It's Friday, then it's Saturday, Sunday.
This is on you!
Tell us what we want to hear.
We need your help.
We're going to give it to him.
Just Anthony. He's going to get it all.
Let's get nasty on a Friday. It's the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. You haven't heard Janet say that before?
I have not heard that before.
It's fantastic.
All righty.
Love you, Janet. All right.
Hey.
It is.
I'm glad to see you, man. It's been like,
listen.
I don't know. You know, me and Marshy been working hard all week.
You guys have.
You and Jamie taking days off here and there, you know.
He's going to the lake. I drove my kid around, you know.
Not really the same.
Yeah, not the same.
Yeah.
Jack, thank you. I appreciate it. There was somebody else that said, welcome back. Thank you to the Snake Pit. Good to be back. It is a Freedom Friday. And boys, you guys know this. I realized it was a Freedom Friday about an hour and a half before the show.
Yeah. You texted it out in our group chat.
That is the equivalent of going to the bathroom at a restaurant and coming back to see that your meal is on the table. You know that feeling?
I was going to say maybe finding money in your pocket that you didn't expect.
Sure, that's
you,
too.
You $20, you put some jeans on, you did, you know, you feel rich.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm up $20 today. No, it's your money the entire time. Yeah, so it's the Fast Lane. Andrew Marsh, Carey Davis, Anthony Stalter, 202. Your time check brought to you by Collection Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler. Jamie is on his way or to the lake at this point. Maybe he's already there.
He's almost
I'm sure
there.
he's there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Jamie likes to listen on his days off, so shout out to Jamie Rivers, the one and only Jamie Rivers. It is a Freedom Friday, which means you get to pick the topic. It can be sports or otherwise.
This is a great idea. You have some bright ideas here and there, but this might be the best one you've
Carey.
come up with. Like, I'm very proud of this.
Thanks,
this
buddy.
thing you birthed. Just a random. We were, and well, actually, thanks to the texter,
No doubt.
that text in very upset. And well, you give us a topic to talk about then, and
Yeah,
that was the moment.
What?
We got something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Freedom Friday was born.
My best ideas usually come out of spite, and this is one of them. You get fine, then you come up with the topics. We'll do a whole day tomorrow. You come up with the topics, and it absolutely stuck.
It did.
Truth be told, the first Freedom Friday was actually a Thursday.
It was.
It was a Freedom Thursday.
It was.
Oh, that's right.
It
Yeah.
was. You were that upset.
I was
You
upset.
said on Wednesday, you said, you know what? We're not going to figure out anything for the show. You all come up with the topics.
Right.
And it went off really well. And we said we should do this Fridays. Last Friday of the month, Freedom Friday. It's up to you all. Give us what you got.
There you go. All right, so we appreciate it. Thank you. Welcome back, Anthony. Thank you, Willie. Shout out again to the Snake Pit. All right, so March, without further ado, what is our first topic on a Freedom Friday?
We got a text from the 314. Do you guys think the Blues will go after any of these big free agents with this cap space? And tonight is the NHL draft in Vegas. I don't know.
I'm going to say no.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I don't get the impression, based on what Doug Armstrong has said over the last couple of weeks, that they're going to do much when it comes to adding a big-time free agent. That things could change, but I don't know. Look, this is a team that has always spent to the cap thanks to Stillman and thanks to Army. Stillman has given him that freedom. Feel free, put the best product on the ice that you can afford, that we can get under the cap. And Doug Armstrong has lived by that, and he's done a great job of spending to the cap. I don't know with Pavel Buchnevich's contract up at the end of the year, so he's got one more season left. I don't know if they're going to rush to add a big-time free agent for, 6, 7, 8 mil and soak up some of that cap space. I wonder if Army's going to tuck some of this, not because it's some sort of cost-cutting move or cost-saving move, but maybe he looks at his roster. It's going to be changing in the next couple of years, and he's going to kind of bide his time before he adds another big-time free agent.
Who is the top free agent? Sam Reinhart is probably
Reinhart's
going
up
back
there.
to
The Hurricanes have a couple of guys too.
Okay.
They've got three guys that are up. Here, hold on. Let me pull this up here. It's the only problem with the Freedom Friday. You're kind of going on the fly here.
Well, they
NHL
understand.
free agents.
All right.
Let me get Spot Track up here, or Cap Friendly up here. Okay, Stamkos, but he's 34.
Yeah, he's a little old.
Reinhardt, who we mentioned, he's 28. Matt Murray is 30, but you're not looking at a goaltender. I'm looking at this list right now. A lot of forwards, which is great, and I think a lot of Blues fans would say, great, that's what you need. You need another top 6 forward. I would rather see them add defensemen.
Yeah, we've talked about that for the last couple of days. You're going to add defensemen, but what are you going to do with the defensemen that you have here?
Right.
Under contract with no trade clauses and essentially probably unable to move them. So you got a lot of money allocated to those guys right now.
You do, and you have a lot of cap space dedicated right now to the defenseman. Mm-hmm. I think and he already did. I don't think I'm stepping on a limb here. Last year, he tried to trade Torrey Krug.
Right.
He tried to move that contract. Torrey Krug didn't actually. He did not want to.
Said no, thank you.
Yeah, he didn't want to exercise the no trade clause. So I don't think that Doug Armstrong is going to look at this situation again and say, well, we can get out of a couple of these deals, whether it is a Torrey Krug or a Justin Falk, who's coming off kind of an injury-marred season. I don't think you're going to be looking at moving Jordan Kyrou. You know, there's going to be other teams that look at Jordan Kyrou and say, well, he's 26, great, but we see the same issues that the Blues have in him trying to play a 200-foot game. So I don't think that they're going to make a bunch of big-time moves. What about you, Marsh? Do you see this team adding one of these top 10 guys?
No. I mean, you just said it. I mean, Doug Armstrong has essentially told us what they're going to do.
Yeah.
I'd be shocked. Now, I would be happy if they did, but I'm not going to get my hopes up. Much like with this Cardinals team, I just, you know.
Whoa, Ricochet. What did they do?
It was just one game.
It was a bad one.
It wasn't really
It was a bad game, Anthony.
Yeah,
It was over before it started. It was 2-0 before I even got onto Olive Boulevard.
Wow, the way the Cardinals are swinging the bats, though.
You got to get out faster. You got to move a little faster. Get in the car sooner.
I guess.
Turn the radio on quicker. You don't want to miss anything. You might miss something.
I think that they just go back to the Blues here for a second. I do think that the safe bet would be they're going to add some guys on one-year contracts that add a little grit to the locker room.
For sure.
Add a little grit to some, whether it's a lower defensive pairing. I don't think they have a lot of room when it comes to their bottom forward groups, but that would make more sense to me than them going out and getting into a bidding war for somebody like Sam Reinhart. I think they add some guys in 1 or 2 year deals and bring a little toughness, a little grit. When stuff starts to go sideways, how do you react? You get a couple of those guys. Now, Jamie would have a better idea, and he has tossed some of those names out to us, but Jamie would have a better idea of what free agents might fit from that standpoint. But I think smaller deals make more sense for a team that is retooling as opposed to one that's going to, make a full-fledged effort again.
Do you think that there's a hope in the organization that a guy like Dalibor Dvorsky is going to ascend and kind of fill that void? That way they don't have to go out and spend a ton of money in free agency. You got it in-house. Mm-hmm. He'll have an opportunity in training camp to see if he can make the roster and be that, that top second line center for them. Is that a possibility?
I think that's a great point. Because anybody you bring in, you're going to be blocking perhaps a young guy that might be ascending. Now, it's not necessarily it's not a bad thing to have depth and a handful of good players to choose from. But when it comes to young guys, you bring anybody up, you want to make sure that you provide them those opportunities.
Right.
It's just like the Cardinals, Jordan Kyrou or any of these other younger players that you want to see brought up from the minors. Will they have plenty of playing time? If not, you got to keep them where they're at.
Well, yeah, and Dalibor Dvorsky, if he doesn't make the opening night roster, I think they do end up supplementing that with those smaller pieces, much like what you said.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen it happen before. So now I hope he makes the team. I'm excited to watch him play. I want to see him play, and I want to see him make this team because, I mean, he is a highly touted prospect with a great shot, and if you can throw him on the power play for that one-timer, this Blues power play could look different.
Absolutely.
I think if he hits, we could be talking about a guy that this team, this organization has not seen in quite some time.
Right.
And nothing against Jordan Kyrou or Robert Thomas. I feel like he brings a different element to his game.
I agree. Tonight is the first round of the NHL entry draft. It will be at, I think, 6 o'clock. Maybe it starts at 5 o'clock. The coverage begins. Let me see here. You know when you search something, you gotta search.
Pops up.
You never know if it's Central or Eastern.
Yeah.
It says 6 o'clock. I think that would be Central Time.
6 o'clock, 7 o'clock Eastern Time.
There you go.
June 28th with the first round.
Can I real quick talk about Claude Julien? I obviously wasn't on the show yesterday.
Yeah.
I think it's a tremendous hire, and I understand what Jamie's point was yesterday. He had brought up like Mike Tomlin, and you bring somebody in and he's kind of looking over your shoulder and things like that. I actually have made this point about the NFL in the past, Carey. Why don't you, when hiring somebody, typically a coordinator, the hotshot coordinator who's never been a head coach before, why do you never pair him with an assistant that has had time in the league, has had head coaching responsibilities? Sean McVay hired Wade Phillips as his defensive coordinator.
Right.
He handled all the defense, and he was there also for when Sean went to him with any sort of questions. I understand Drew Bannister has been a coach now. He did not have NHL experience before last year, and he did it very well. But why not hire somebody that has had, especially the experience that Claude Julien has had, to be there as a mentor, a sounding board, something, so that Drew Bannister can give everything he's got without the fear of, I'm losing my job, I don't know what I'm doing. I think it's great. It's not unlike, to some degree, Alexander Steen not becoming the full-time general manager for another 2 years.
Learning the role.
Exactly.
Learning what he needs to do.
There's nothing wrong with that.
GM in waiting, yeah.
And Drew Bannister, I'm sure, has enough confidence and enough swagger and enough security within himself to know that even though Claude Julien's there, it's my job, it's my team, but he's going to be there and I can lean on somebody who's got a lot of experience.
He essentially said that. We had him on yesterday, and he said, if I weren't a coach, a secure person, if I was worried about, someone taking my job, I wouldn't have made this hire. I wouldn't have decided to have Claude Julien on our staff. And so I thought that was amazing. He is a very confident, very competent head coach, and young in terms of years coaching. Obviously, only his first year, really, 1 year and a half going into this year. So he was very confident and just comfortable in what he's done thus far, and having a veteran, having somebody on the bench that is, won a Stanley Cup, someone that has coached for 20 years in the National Hockey League, that does nothing but help you as a head coach when it's time to, you got to look over, is this good? No?
Right.
Shouldn't do this? It should? Yeah, all right. Yeah. And sometimes he may disagree with you, but it's your team. But at least you have input, advice from someone that has actually done and been in those shoes that you're in right now.
Absolutely. Look at, what was his name? He's the OC now. Hackett. Nathaniel Hackett.
How many? Paul Hackett.
No.
That's
his dad.
Father?
That's his dad. Nathaniel Hackett, when he went to Denver, and everybody's like, what is this guy doing?
He had no clue.
None. He had no clue.
He set him up for failure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He'll work well with Ross. This will be fine.
They won't.
He knew nothing about being a head coach.
No.
Who is he leaning on? I think it's a great hire. It's a great decision. All right, it's a Freedom Friday here in the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Keep those topics coming in. It's kind of your day. You pick the topics, whatever you want.
It is
your day. Last Friday of every month, we do Freedom Friday. So send into the Air Comfort Service text line 314-399-9646. Your topics on a Freedom Friday. We'll continue it next. It's a Freedom Friday here in the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. We appreciate everybody that contributes. We had a Blues conversation to lead off Freedom Friday, and that's what it's all about. Cardinals played last night, but we wanted the Reds. Well, the Cardinals were there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the Reds played very well. Yeah. But this show is all about you. Every last Friday of the month, you get an opportunity to pick out the topics, and it's an opportunity. If you feel frustrated because we don't talk about certain things, we'll give it a go. Doesn't mean you'll like the conversation or what we say, but we'll give it a go, certainly. So, Marsh, what's our next Freedom Friday topic?
All right, so we got a text from the 314. Let's talk about some shows. What shows are you watching at the moment? And if it is not your honor, you are missing out. And then Andy chimed in from the Snake Pit. Best show to binge on a long weekend.
So I am watching Your Honor. That is, yes, it's with the actor from Breaking Bad. What's his name?
Walter White.
Breaking Bad. I forget the actor's name. Shame on me. It is really good. Chris and I are watching it. We're almost through, I think, the first season, and there's two. Bryan Cranston.
Walter White.
There's two. I think there's 2 seasons to it. It's really good. So it's, and I'm not really spoiling anything at the start. It's just, here's the basis of it. So there's an honorable judge, that's Bryan Cranston, and his son accidentally commits a hit and run.
Whoa.
But the son of
don't spoil it.
It's all right there, I think, in the trailer. So
Okay.
But the son, the person that he hits, is the son of like the city's mob.
Oh,
like
gosh.
he's a mob boss.
This guy can't get out of being a part of bad situations.
Correct.
This actor,
And that is,
Bryan
and
Cranston.
I won't say anything more, but it gets worse from there, as you can imagine.
That's
so
not good.
instead of
Doesn't sound safe.
instead of just like, hey, listen, we'll go this route. You made a mistake. The dad's like, nope, I'm going to help you now, and it gets crazy.
Mm-hmm. I've been watching Mayor of Kingstown with Jeremy Renner.
I've heard that's good.
It's really good. It's a really good show. He's not he's the mayor, but not technically the mayor. Mm-hmm. They just call him the mayor, and he's a fixer.
Like Jamie's kind of the mayor of
Cottleville.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
No?
Yeah. Same thing.
Or Ontario?
All of them.
Ah,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Everywhere. The provinces. It's 12, right, Anthony?
About 12.
Yeah.
Last time I checked.
All right.
So go ahead. It's good.
Well, no, Mayor Kingstown is really good. He's kind of a fixer. It's a prison setting, and he helps the convicts and helps the police officers and tries to bring world peace in his town, in Kingstown. Yeah, the town of Kingstown. Good. Yeah, it's pretty good. I'm enjoying it.
Well, I have a few shows that I like to watch. Right now, I'm watching...
Marsh is probably the best to answer this.
Yeah, I'm rewatching House of the Dragon. I've already seen the first 2 episodes of the new season, but my girlfriend hasn't watched it yet, so I'm going back with her, getting her caught up for this new season, and she's enjoying it. She wasn't a big fan of Game of Thrones. Mm-hmm. I'm like, hey, it's a little different. It's not the same. It's different storyline.
You can talk about Game of Thrones. It's been out for
it has
for a while.
But
I haven't seen it.
Well, that's kind of
honestly, you probably don't need to watch anymore because the last season was terrible. But anyways,
you didn't like the last season?
Carey was horrible. They ruined the show.
It needed to end. Nobody's safe in that show. Can we agree?
That's fair, but everybody apparently was safe in the final season. Anyways, we're rewatching, or I'm rewatching House of the Dragon, a great show, and then I'm also watching The Boys, season 4, and then my girlfriend, because I got her on House of the Dragon, we've been, I watched one of her shows. I've been watching Handmaid's Tale, which is actually
that's a pretty good show. Oh, that's a
good show. Oh, I've seen that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty brutal, but
it's awful.
It is.
I mean,
it's a good show.
It's a good show, but the content is.
Yeah.
I forgot where we stopped.
Much. It's a bit much.
It is a bit much.
We got pretty far into the. I don't know where you're at.
I'm on season 5 now.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know where we stopped, but man, it gets rough.
I stopped. I'm like, oh man, I don't know if I want to watch this. And then I'm like, all right, I'll watch another episode, which happened to be an episode where like a lot of stuff went down. I'm like, oh, wow, I kind of want to watch the next episode.
Right.
And then I wanted to watch the next episode. And that's how you binge a TV show. So those are a few shows that I'm watching right now. Especially, I feel like the amount of shows that we will watch this summer will go up because there's less sports. It's just baseball.
Yeah.
So,
very true. By the way, Frick James from the Snake Pit said, Ranthony, no credit? I don't know what credit. I'll give you any credit that you want. Was that the question? Was that your question maybe on Your Honor or something? I don't know. Credit to Frick James.
There you go.
For something. I don't know what I said that didn't give him credit, but I'm all about giving credit here. So
on a Freedom Friday, especially.
So we got another question from this 573. What does a typical Sunday look like for you guys during the NFL season? What are some of your favorite routines?
I mean, getting up, get some breakfast. Long as it's essentially get up, eat breakfast. I don't want to get up too early because I don't like to wait around. I do love the games when they're playing overseas.
Me too.
Because football starts earlier.
Like 8 a.m. you got kickoff.
Yeah.
Right.
When I lived in L.A., it was awesome because 9 a.m. football is on. It's the best thing. 10 a.m. it's on. But I try not to get up too early. But if I can find a firm spot on the couch and watch sports, watch football games, go through, the different games and find which game I like, or just peruse all of them at once. I enjoy just sitting there watching the red zone or watching one full game. That I don't need much. I'm going to sit down. Hopefully everyone in the house has taken, I don't have any games, any football games of my own, my kids to go to, any other events they need to go to, birthday parties. No, go away. Let me watch football. Yeah.
Yeah. So the kids don't care what day it is. So the routine stays the same for me during the morning. But I try to get everything done, and then by kickoff at noon, Killian started to get into football last year because he played flag football. So he wants to watch more, and him and I will kind of watch it. I usually just watch the red zone.
Yeah.
Unless it's a primetime game, obviously it's Sunday night, Thursday night, Monday night, then I'll watch every down. But I like to go back as well. So I'll go back, pick up things that maybe I missed throughout the day. But I'm sorry, to watch one. I'm so used to the red zone now, to just watch one game on a Sunday is difficult. Now, if the Falcons are really good, which it's been a minute for that.
It's a year.
I don't think so. Then I'll watch all of their games, and then I'll have the red zone on like a laptop or something.
Yeah.
So I'll do the TV. I'll do like the Falcons TV, and then the red zone on the side.
As long as I'm sitting there watching, I'm good.
Mm-hmm. And if the kids want the TV, then I've got every device that I own just kind of sitting in front of me.
Yeah.
Cell phone, laptop, dig out an iPad that doesn't really work anymore.
I usually hide. I go in the basement. If they need something, they know how to talk.
They're a little bit older, so I get that.
10, soon to be 12.
Yeah.
You need something, holler. If not,
right.
Leave me the hell alone.
Kitchen's on fire.
Okay.
You know what to do.
Fire
it out.
extinguishers under the sink.
You'll be great.
My typical Sunday during the football season, wake up, go to church, come home, and then just be an absolute vegetable the rest of the day. Sit on the couch. We got about 3 TVs upstairs, 3 TVs now downstairs, which we did not have this past season. So I'm looking forward to that. There's going to be so much football on in my in my household this upcoming September through February. It's going to be great. Now, I have this rule where I only play in 2 fantasy football leagues. Mm-hmm. That has been broken this year. I'm going to be in 3, so I'm definitely going to be dialed in. And it should be a fun.
That's a lot of work.
NFL season.
It really is.
I'm already stressing about it.
Really is.
One of them's a dynasty league.
You're up for it. I believe it.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. All right, it's a Freedom Friday here in the Fast Lane on 101 at ESPN. Keep those comments and questions rolling in. 314-399-9646, but we do have what's trending next.
101 ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling. The Cardinals lost to the Cincinnati Reds last night, 11-4. Andre Palante will take the mound, going up against Frankie Montas tonight, 7:15. First pitch. This is a Freedom Friday, so continue sending in all of your topics, questions, whatever you want to talk about, whatever you want us to talk about. Send it to the Air Comfort Service text line, 314-399-9646. We'll dive into those coming up soon, but we have What's Trending coming up next. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center update is brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling, an independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer.
It's the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. We have What's Trending for you coming up in a second. That's why Marsh and I just looked at each other like, you go, we go.
I didn't know what was going on.
So it's time to find out what's going on in the sports world with What's Trending Now. Brought to you by Goodwill. Donate a car and get tickets to the St. Louis Cardinals.
Nice.
Well, Anthony, all these text messages are coming in, and I'm trying to decipher which one should we get to next.
Yeah. We may have
completely forgot to just put the What's Trending intro in there. So it is time for What's Trending. That's what happens on a Freedom Friday. You get a little loose.
It's all good.
Things happen. But we have Anthony Stalter, Carey Davis. I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for What's Trending. Now, Anthony, I'm going to toss it back to you because you have a story that happened on Wednesday that you wanted to share with us.
Do you want to get to the Blues stuff first? Maybe some Cardinals stuff first? But I would love to do the story, but I want to make sure that we're hitting some of the stuff that just came down. I'll do the Cardinals stuff. You want to pull up the stuff related to the
Cardinals,
Blues.
I'll do the Blues.
There you go. Sounds good. So the St. Louis Cardinals, and it started to come about in the last 24 hours or so. The Cardinals have made some moves regarding their pitching staff. Gordon Graceffo, former first-round pick, has been selected from AAA Memphis, and he will be making his major league debut and wears number 67. Kyle Leahy has been optioned to Memphis, and to make room for to make room on the 40-man, Steven Matz has been transferred to the 60-day IL. So there you go. Gordon Graceffo is up from Memphis. He'll make his major league debut, probably as a reliever. Kyle Leahy has been optioned to Memphis, and then Steven Matz has been transferred to the 60-day IL.
Essentially, his season is over, would you say?
No, because it just depends on where.
But is it over? Like I understand math. I understand there's time technically, but is there time technically?
It just depends on where, because like with the IL, it's not like his 60-day starts now.
When did it start? When is it retroactive?
See, that's what I was going to look up. So,
but either way, like if you,
he has missed most of the season, so.
That's what I mean.
To answer your question, I guess yes.
And especially if you keep getting good performances from Palante, if you keep getting good performances from Liberatore, if Gordon Graceffo comes up and does a great job, is his season over?
He's just 2 days away from being eligible.
Steven Matz?
Yeah, to come off the 60-day.
Oh,
so this is procedural.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is a situation where.
So it's retroactive back to when he got hurt.
Correct.
Initially.
Yes.
So it's been 60 days.
It's been 58 days.
Okay.
So if
I thought you were saying they were giving him another 60 days.
No.
Okay.
Nope. So he went from the 15-day IL to the 60-day injured list. That way they can make room on the 40-man.
Gotcha.
So Matz is just 2 days away from being eligible to come off the 60-day IL. So he'll come back. He'll come back when needed. And then Graceffo, who's 24, probably could see some innings tonight because this is a situation where, unfortunately, with the doubleheader on Wednesday, Miles Michaelis did his best, even after he was hit up pretty bad, to go as deep as he could. But as he mentioned last night, it wasn't good enough. So now they've got some pitching concerns. If Palante gets destroyed early on tonight by that same Cincinnati offense, Graceffo's going to see plenty of innings. So I imagine, again, Gordon Graceffo will make his Major League debut tonight as a reliever for the Cardinals. Graceffo up, Leahy down. Matt's transferred to the 60-day IL, although, again, probably won't matter much in terms of when he comes back. Okay. He could come back probably next week.
All right.
Cool.
All right.
So that's the Cardinals news.
Yes. Ready for the Blues news?
Yes.
Okay, this is from Puckpedia, and it says, after acquiring Alexander Texier in a trade from Columbus, the St. Louis Blues have signed him to a 2-year, $2.1 cap hit deal. The deal includes $2.1 million salary each season. He had 12 goals, 30 points in 78 games. Now, this is from Puckpedia. And, I'm like, I don't know, is this real? Like,
right.
It wasn't, who knows? But then Jeremy Rutherford, our Blues insider from The Athletic, quote tweeted it, and it just says, Blues trade, ...
So 24-year-old, 78 games played in 23-24, 12 goals, 18 assists. I mean, looks like he could be depth for the Blues. I don't know much about him, I'll be honest.
So Pierre LeBrun, he's a guy, right?
He's a dude.
He's a dude. The St. Louis Blues have acquired Alexander Texier from the Columbus Blue Jackets in return for a 4th-round pick that was 26 seconds ago.
Okay. And JR tweeting out, Texier, 24, 6'1", 201-pound left shot center, who was the Blue Jackets' second-round pick in 2017. In 201 NHL games, he has 34 goals, 79 points. In 78 games last season, he had the 12 goals and 30 points that I had mentioned before.
We were just talking about a second-line center, weren't we?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't know if he's a second-line center, but
he was for the Blue Jackets.
He was for the Blue Jackets.
Maybe not for the Blues.
Maybe not. I think Doug Armstrong has done a really nice job over the last couple of years of finding kind of reclamation projects. I don't think this is bad in a retool. I don't. Jakub Vrana did not work out. I get it. I also get that Kasperi Kapanen didn't really work out. That doesn't mean that you can't find, lightning in a bottle at some point if you continue to make moves like this. Mm-hmm. It's not like you're giving up a bunch or you're sacrificing a ton of cap space when you make these moves.
Right.
Maybe you can unlock something that his previous team or teams didn't do before. He's only 24.
Did we see that last year?
That's what I'm saying. It did not work with Kapanen. It did not work with Vrana. I don't think those type of moves really backfired on you, though. I don't.
I mean, it was a good. I don't either. I think that was a good attempt trying to get guys and kind of resurrect their careers. Maybe you can get some of that here. So we'll see. But the Blues do need they're going to need some help. They need some guys that are able to. I would like to see some pucks in the net. I don't know about you.
That'd be nice.
Anthony.
Sure.
It's how you win games. I don't know if you knew that either.
You got to stop them too.
Well, but here's the thing: if you score more than you stop, you still can win.
Mm-hmm. Very true. Yeah. But if they can't score, then they can't win.
But they're professionals, so they're probably gonna score. You should probably be able to score as well.
It's not a bad thought. I'll look into it.
All right.
Marsh, not to put you on the spot. Do you know anything about Texier?
No.
Okay. All right.
No. Good. But I do know that I want to hear about your story.
I do too.
All right. So I told you guys. So last week, somebody asked us. It was close to Father's Day. I think it was a day or two after Father's Day. We had a texter text in and said, yes, hey, lost my father. Can you guys share some stories maybe from your childhood about your father? And I told the story about the turtle, right?
Yeah.
The turtle. So for those that didn't hear it, I'll be quick about it. My dad and I, when I was real young, 8, 9 years old, driving along a patch of street here, a road, and we looked up, and there was a small turtle making his way across the street. Hopped out of the car. My dad was going to pick him up real quick and move him to the side so that the turtle was out of the road. Unfortunately, a semi-truck came by and crushed this turtle. He went flying everywhere. I saw the whole thing. Nightmare City. It's white as a ghost. Got back in the car. My dad looked at me and said, hey, that turtle was sick. Nothing we could have done. He was sick. And I looked at my dad and I said, wait, he was sick? Really? Yeah, son, he was sick. Nothing we can do. Made me feel better.
Yeah.
Wasn't until many years after that I realized that turtle probably was not sick. And my dad was just doing me a solid, you know? So, crazy story. A couple of nights ago, there's a retirement center that does fireworks like a week before 4th of July. It's just when they do it, and they do it every year. So they had their fireworks on Wednesday. We invited over a bunch of people over to the house, friends of our kids, you know, Madeline and Killian. Had a little driveway party, neighbors, you know, are all out there. We're having a good time. There was there's the sound of this tree, something going through a tree, branches getting knocked down, and a thud. Now, I'm in the garage, so I heard the rustling, heard the thud, didn't know what it was. But now everybody in our driveway and the neighbor driveway are looking out on the street.
Yeah.
There was a blue heron that went through the tree. Went through the tree and unfortunately collided with a curb. Because we have a little cul-de-sac, little roundabout there, right? There's a little area there in the side. Hit the curb, kind of, you know,
Twitched.
he twitched
A little bit.
Twitched a little bit. Unfortunately, every little kid from 8 years old to 2 years old saw this bird collide into this curb, right? I have never seen anything like this. So, me, another dad, neighbor Donna, neighbor Dave, shout out to them. We're all like walking into the street because that's right in front of us.
Yeah.
Okay? It's in the street right in front of us. So we walk up to it. Sure enough, this thing's gone. Like, he's not just knocked
Not
out.
coming back.
He went to the bird heaven. Okay? Mm-hmm. So I'm looking, I'm like, we can't leave this. We can't leave this. I mean, it's a blue heron. It's like this big. Like, we can't leave this there. We've got to get this out of the street. So I grabbed some shovels. I grabbed a wheelbarrow. We went up, kind of blocked the kids because all the kids are like staring. Blocked the kids a little bit. Got the blue heron. There's some woods in the back there. My buddy Tim and I and Donna next door went up and, you know,
Took him to the woods.
took him to the woods.
Circle of life.
Yes.
Took him behind the woodshed.
We took him behind the woodshed. If there was a woodshed, I would have taken it back there. So we come back, all right? Come back, and there's a sweet little girl, 8 years old, in tears. Oh. She is devastated that she just saw that this poor blue heron smashed into this curb right in front of her and witnessed this bird go into the afterlife. So I knelt down next to her. I said, hey. I said, that bird was sick. That bird was sick. She looks at me. She goes, he was? I go, yeah, he didn't have much long. Yeah, he was sick. That's why he crashed. I looked over at Donna. I go, that bird was sick, right? Donna's like, oh, yeah, it was real sick. I called my friend. She's like, I called my friend who knows all about birds. That bird was real sick. I go, see, he probably only had, you know, a day.
Couple days.
It's better that this happened. That bird was sick.
She's going to remember 20 years from now.
She's going to realize.
What are the odds of that happening?
I mean, seriously. I've got photos, too. I got receipts.
You
on
have
that.
photos of this dead bird on your phone?
I had
huge.
to take it. I had to tell this story. I'll show you.
Wow.
It was pretty big.
I just went back. I wanted to go back to the turtle.
Yeah.
Because the 18-wheeler running over the turtle, it actually worked out well that your father was not actually
Oh, yeah,
hitting
in the
said
street.
turtle.
Yeah.
I mean, that should have been son, you know what? The turtle's gone, but I'm not.
Exactly, yeah. I could have lost much more than my innocence that day, Carey.
Yeah.
That's a great call. Yeah. All right, so we'll continue here on a Freedom Friday. If you got questions...
573, continuing the damn lie.
My wife, Kristen, even looked at me and she goes, really? Like, why can't we just talk about what happened here? I'm like, look at her.
She feels better. So it
Maybe.
matters.
For now, until she realizes that bird definitely was not sick.
Oh, man.
He just dive bombed. All right, literally.
Oh.
We'll continue Freedom Friday. So anything you want to talk about, you talk about Graceffo, the game last night, Cardinals Blues make a trade for a guy we never heard of from Columbus. It's got to be good. Freedom Friday continues next on 101 ESPN. The sounder means it's time to play the lineup game here in the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. I saw some in the Snake Pit say that this week was kind of rough with the lineup game.
Yeah. We had one day where I don't know how many attempts we took. We named everybody on the roster at one point. And we're still...
I've been there. I've been there. Especially when we had Wills Contreras come back.
Yeah.
And you don't really necessarily know where he's going to slot in, how they're going to utilize Pajes and things like that. So that makes sense. All right.
You guys also had a perfect lineup.
Oh, we did have a perfect lineup one day.
Did you?
Yep.
Oh, good. All right.
I almost jinxed it, but we finished it.
Good work.
Thank you.
I did hear the one. I always love when we get running downhill. And like you're saying, it's just, you're just throwing out names that may or may not be on the roster at that point.
And Marsh just hits the egg. No. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So tonight you've got Frankie Montas on the mound. He's a right-hander. So who do you think leads off?
It's got to be Mason Wynn.
Let's do this.
Show us Mason Wynn.
You're wrong.
Scheduled day off, eh?
Okay, well, that's good. Let's use that then. Let's use that.
All right.
So this has got to be Donovan.
I would like that.
Right-hander on the bump.
Yep.
Donovan. Show us Brendan Donovan.
Donnie.
Hey, this headband's pretty cool.
Okay.
All right. Burley?
Got to be Burley.
Show us Alec Burleson.
What a shame.
Okay.
Oh, my. They both got days off. Hey, a little tired. All that hitting they've been doing, and not yesterday.
Wow. Okay.
Then you want to go back to Paul Goldschmidt?
Who hit second yesterday? Do we remember?
Burley?
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he's hit. Him and Mason Wynn have been first and second for the last week
It
and a
could
half,
be
2 weeks.
Goldschmidt, although I don't know if you move him. I don't think you want to move him up.
Who on this team do you prefer, sir?
Alec Burleson.
Well, I just tried that one. Yeah, this is gonna be a rough one.
There's got to be Goldie then, right?
I would assume.
Okay. Go for it, Carey.
Oh, thanks.
You stick your neck out there.
Show us Paul Goldschmidt.
No.
So yesterday was Alec Burleson. Contreras hit behind him. So with Wynn out, it could be Contreras.
Okay, you want to do that?
Let's do it.
You have at it.
Thanks. Show us Wills Contreras.
DH.
There you go.
No. Check.
So Contreras was in the spot yesterday. So Goldschmidt was fourth.
You want to move him up?
Let's just move him up then.
All right. You do it.
Show us RL Chalk.
You're wrong.
Wow.
Okay.
It's not Arenado.
Probably not. Not Nolan Gorman.
The only other person here that would make sense would be, Gorman. Nolan Gorman.
He ain't hitting the ball, is he?
What about Burleson then?
You think he's here? You think they moved him?
I could see it.
I
Donovan.
could see
So
him.
Donovan left-hander, Contreras righty, then lefty. He could be doing the righty-lefty thing.
Oh, that's fun.
You want me to go?
Yeah.
Show us Alec Burleson.
Kind of closed my eyes and swung at it and did what I wanted to do.
Burley to the rescue!
Okay.
This is Paul Goldschmidt.
Yeah.
Show us Paul Goldschmidt.
Gold.
Nice.
Rich with gold. Gold.
Nolan Arenado?
Where did he hit last night?
He was fifth
He was
yesterday.
fifth. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Show us. Nolan Arenado.
What the H is wrong with you guys?
Gorman. No.
Why would he bat there?
Because where are you going to put him?
7.
I think you got enough 7 hitters.
You got one more with him. What the hell are you talking about?
They're all 7 hitters.
Ooh. It's not. It wasn't Arenado.
Who else would it be? If it's not Arenado, it's got to be
Gorman.
What would you do?
I would say Matt Carpenter before I say no.
Show us Nolan Gorman.
Get your
Thank you.
Get your popcorn.
That's me. What the hell I'm doing? What are you doing?
Have you watched?
What are you doing?
I haven't. Listen.
Who's hit? I mean, Arenado hit that
He
piss
shot.
missile yesterday,
Yeah,
but
and he struck out with bases loaded.
Yes,
but
he
we don't
did.
want to talk about that.
okay. Carey, let's not
Nolan
fight.
Gorman hadn't had a hit in. He's had one hit in 5 games.
I realize that.
So why would I think that he would be in the 5-hole? Yeah. Nolan Arenado here.
Yes.
Show us Nolan Arenado.
He's a Gold Glove winner and perennial All-Star.
Oh, listen to Mr. Gold Glove over here. Come on.
So tonight would be the exact halfway point for the Cardinals.
Okay.
81st game tonight.
Okay.
This is their halfway point. How about Nolan Arenado hitting 6 at this point? Halfway
That's
through
not
the
great.
season. It's not great.
And no, it's not.
All right. So last night, 7 was Dylan Carlson. What else do we need?
You need outfield. You got a left fielder. Got a catcher. Is Burley in right field?
Is Matt Carpenter in this lineup?
Probably.
Then this is Matt Carpenter.
I would
and
agree.
he's the DH, and then Burleson is in the outfield.
All right. Show us Matt Carpenter.
On behalf of the veterans and new leadership.
Salsa, where's the salsa? No salsa.
Man, you thought I was crazy for having him at 5th.
Yeah, I did.
Why?
I don't know. I think you're crazy.
I don't blame you.
Okay, so
You need a shortstop, Brandon Crawford. Then
yep, no, good call. Yeah.
show us Brandon Crawford.
So we'll jumping crawdaddy.
And then this is Siani, who's had actually a very good month of June.
I agree.
Show us Superbad.
Michael.
You're not Michael Phelps. You're Michael Cera.
All right, horrible start, solid finish.
We did well.
Yeah.
Proud of our finish. It's about how you finish, Anthony.
Damn right. Yep. All right, Marcy, run it for us, huh?
All right, leading off in left field, Brendan Donovan batting second. The catcher, Wilson Contreras. Batting third in right field, Alec Burleson. Your cleanup hitter, first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt. Batting fifth, second baseman, Nolan Gorman. Batting sixth, third baseman, Nolan Arenado. Batting seventh, the DH, Matt Carpenter. Batting eighth, the shortstop. Well, I was about to say Mason Wynn. Brandon Crawford.
You caught yourself.
And batting ninth in center field, Michael Siani.
Go fair, go fair!
I don't believe what I just saw.
Home run.
What do you got? Something you can read?
Nope.
Nope. All right.
Nope.
I always have to ask.
Nope.
Okay, Marsh, what are the home run standings?
All right, so Jamie and I are still tied at 13. Anthony, we actually had an adjustment. We've been saying you have 5 points. You actually have 6 points.
What?
Yes.
You said yesterday 3.
Did I say 3?
Yeah.
You did say 3
Wow.
yesterday.
Yeah,
He's
that
past
just
me?
Yep. I had 3, and then I had Donovan in that Alabama game.
Yes. So that would make you have 6 points because he's a three-pointer.
That's correct.
Which means, Carey, you're dead last with 5.
Sorry, man. It doesn't feel great to be in dead last. It does feel great to continuously, work my way back up. You know what I mean, Carey?
I'm happy to see you.
I like to be up.
Yeah, I'm happy to see you trending in the right direction. I don't know the last time I picked the guy that hit a home run.
You will tonight.
All right, I like the confidence.
I believe in you, buddy.
You should say that after you see who I picked, though.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
All right, well, Marsh, what do you have, honors there?
I actually have been giving Jamie honors, and he has Paul Goldschmidt. He sent us 2 picks. His first pick was Paul Goldschmidt. I'm going to take his second pick, Wilson Contreras.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. I didn't have enough time to dive into the old stats here.
Where's Piddles? Piddles, Jamie's not here. You could have sent me his notes. Piddles predicts.
I think that he just wants to work with Jamie.
I don't like that.
On this.
That feels wrong.
It does feel a little wrong, doesn't it?
I talk to Piddles all the time. Basketball, life.
Yeah.
Give me a
his
Piddles
relationship
predict sheet.
stuff.
I don't know anything.
Right. No, it's terrible. Who did you guys pick, Marsh?
Goldie and Contreras.
Give me Brendan Donovan, please. Brendan Donovan.
Well, I'm going to take the guy that leads the team in home runs, even though he hadn't had a hit in a while. Give me Nolan Gorman.
He's due.
It's the due factor.
It's due factor.
Got to hit one at some point.
All right. Here we go. Back to your Freedom Friday questions next on 101 ESPN.
Welcome back to the Fast Lane. I'm Carey Davis, joined by Andrew Marsh and Anthony Stalter, and it is a Freedom Friday. Marshy, you got one for us now. What do you got? What do you have?
All right, this one's pretty cool. I like this one from the 314. What would be your favorite Cardinals starting lineup made up of players that you have seen play in person?
I love this one.
So only players that we have seen in
person.
So obviously we can't say like Bob Gibson.
Correct.
Because we never saw him play.
Okay. This is. Well, I mean, let's start at shortstop and say Ozzie Smith. Can we go there?
I've never seen him. Do we all need to see him?
You never seen? You weren't old
I wasn't
enough?
alive.
Wow.
I wasn't alive, Anthony. I mean, I was, but like,
There are moments where I feel that I'm getting older. And unfortunately for you, Marsh, they only occur when you're around. Like you would think my kids, but it's not. I realize that they haven't seen stuff, but we work together. I see you every day.
Yeah.
So when you say things like, "Oh, I wasn't alive when Ozzie Smith was," like, "Oh man,
I was alive when he was playing at the back half of his career, but I never watched him. I didn't see him live. Like Jamie and Carey made a joke the other day, and I just didn't laugh because I had no idea what they were talking about. I have no idea.
What was it?
I could not tell you. It was some reference to something, and I had no idea what they were talking about, so I just didn't laugh.
We're so old.
that sucks."
That does.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah.
Do we want to make a rule here where we all have had to see?
Oh wow.
So we all
can't do that.
That's interesting.
We'll debate whether or not who we think should be.
So who would be your shortstop then for call?
Royce Clayton?
Probably.
No, he definitely hadn't seen Royce Clayton.
Probably
before.
Edgar Renteria.
Oh.
Yeah, that makes sense. Is it not Paul DeYoung?
No.
He can go Mason Wynn.
He could go Mason Wynn.
I think Edgar Renteria.
Yeah, Renteria.
He won a few.
All right. Well,
World Series.
Let's go Renteria.
Oh no. This is going to be tougher.
This is going to be way tougher.
It's going
and also easier.
No, but not as okay. Go ahead. Edgar Renteria. It is. Yes, we all are in agreement.
First baseman Albert Pujols.
Albert is easy at first. What do you do at second?
Ooh,
Jose Oquendo.
You
Sorry,
can't.
Carey.
No.
We could put him at the third base coach.
Good. You know, if people, if you don't do the like last 5 years or so, I think Matt Carpenter. Matt Carpenter was outstanding.
All right.
I had another name in mind.
Who did you have?
Tony Womack.
I would have Matt Carpenter over Tony Womack.
Over Tony Womack?
I would.
What about Ronnie Belliard?
I would have Matt Carpenter over Belliard.
Let's go Marp.
Even over Mark Gruzelanic.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay.
100%.
Yeah. I mean, Matt Carpenter carried your offense from what,
was he
12
Was he playing second base at the time?
Yes.
He eventually wound up at second.
He's playing some third base.
He was playing some third.
Give it to him based off the play he made last night at second base. How about that?
Yachty behind the dish is easy.
Easy.
Okay,
Who's
third.
your third baseman?
Scott
Rowland.
Scott
Thank
Rowland.
you.
Okay,
Oh.
yes. There we go. Thankfully, this kid was alive for Rowland. All right, left field.
Ooh. I'd throw Reggie Sanders in there.
Wow.
Who do you have?
Honestly, this is kind of a tough one. Sentimentally, I just want to give it to Dunk, but I mean, left fielders. There haven't been like this unbelievable.
Yeah.
Well, let's come back to it then. Center field, Jim Edmonds.
Okay. Well, again, I didn't.
You didn't know if he saw him.
Yeah.
Okay.
You never saw him?
No. He didn't know if you saw him.
Okay.
No, we all saw him.
We all need to see him.
I was worried. Had you seen him?
Come on, Anthony. He played on the team for a decent amount.
Okay. All right.
We don't know.
Yeah.
In right field. Yeah.
I mean,
Larry Walker. Why don't we build the 2004 team?
Carlos Beltran.
Honestly, that would be. That 2004 team was the best I've ever seen.
Was Carlos Beltran was a right fielder?
He was a right fielder.
He was pretty damn good.
He was. Yeah. Who would you prefer? I think I'd take Carlos
over Larry Walker.
And that's.
Okay, well, let's think about when they played. Where were they out there?
We're
Matt
dumb.
Holiday.
Left field. Oh, my God. Thank you, Snake Pit. Jeez.
Oh, Matt Holiday in left field.
That's
Good
terrible.
Call.
Thank you.
Good call.
Awful. We should all be ashamed. Thank you, Snake Pit. Lance Berkman. Yeah, Jack's bringing up Berkman.
Yeah.
For that year. He played a little right.
I think Carlos Beltran is still.
He was.
I'm fine with Beltran.
Yeah, he was great.
Okay. All right.
right.
Is that the whole lineup? Do we need a DH?
No.
Well, let's come up with one.
Okay.
Who's your DH?
I mean, Larry Walker would be a good one. Reggie Sanders would be a good one.
Can Mark McGuire be your DH?
No,
he
didn't see him. He didn't see Big Mac. He didn't see Big Mac.
He didn't see Mark
Maybe when
McGuire.
I was a baby. Maybe, but I don't know. You know what, though? You know what? Actually, I have a picture with Big Mac at Busch Stadium as a toddler. That means I had to be there for a game.
He was there.
He was there.
Big Mac. All right. Big Mac.
Let's go. What a lineup. Okay, should we put the lineup together now?
Well, what about pitching?
Yeah. Ooh, I
Carpenter.
Like
that. I was going to say
Carpenter's your ace.
Yeah.
I think you go Waino, too.
Okay.
Any issues there?
No.
Carp, Waino.
Ooh. Mark Mulder.
I actually like that. You don't like it. You don't love it.
Are we free?
Did you watch him play, though?
No, I did. Yeah, I've seen him.
In person?
No.
Then he's not in the lineup.
I mean, honestly, most of these guys I didn't see in person.
Oh my gosh, Carey!
I did see Jim. I did see Jim, and I wasn't here.
That's true.
I definitely.
We're at the construct the 2011 team now.
Detroit.
I did see Carp.
San Jose.
I did see Albert. I did see Yachty, Holiday,
Scott Rowland.
No.
Edgar Renteria.
No. I saw Jim Edmonds as a Cub. I did.
You saw
him
him
hell of a
play.
catch.
This makes this more difficult.
Yeah,
It does.
I didn't see Big Mac play in a Cardinals uniform. Here,
I am distraught.
I'm sorry.
You didn't see him in person, but you saw it on TV.
I did. Well, yeah.
You saw the home
I saw all these guys on TV.
All right, we'll fudge it a little bit then.
We'll go with that.
I mean, Zeus, Sonny Gray. I haven't gone to a game yet this year. You know, sorry.
What other dominant pitchers have there been?
In the last, we got to go 15 years, right, for you? How old are you?
15. I'm 28, Carey.
I don't know.
My first recollection of a baseball game, I'd say, came in like 2001.
All right.
What year? 24. Okay. So 23 years for you.
Yes.
Okay.
Can we put like the 2019 version of Flaherty? Like
you can pick whatever version you want.
If we can bottle up the 2019 version of Jack Flaherty,
let's do it.
Then he's got to be in this starting rotation.
I would also throw the 2011, or not 2011, 2006 version of Jeff Suppan in there. And Kyle Loesch. How about Kyle Loesch?
Kyle Loesch was sick.
He had a dominant season.
He was really good.
Yeah. All right.
I feel like we're missing somebody, though.
You know who our closer is. It's not even close. Izzy. Good. I'm glad we're all on that one. This one's difficult, boys.
Yeah. Not easy.
I mean, I'm looking at their pitching staff has been fine. It has not been dominant. Outside of Carp and Waino, and like I said, that 2019 version of Flaherty, there hasn't been like absolutely dominating year after year pitching.
Well, think about they're
throwing in Darryl Kyle in the snake pit. That'd be a good one. Lynn, Frick James said Lynn.
2011 Lance Lynn.
His version of Lynn.
2012.
2012 version of Lynn. I mean, there's certain rookie version of Van Keel, Alex says. I don't know. It's interesting. This one's tough. It's a very difficult. I feel like we're playing by the rules.
Oh, God.
If we didn't, like if we could all just chime in, it'd be a lot easier.
It would be. You didn't see Matt Morris pitch.
He would have.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Matt Morris is a good one.
He's on the staff.
Yep. Jason Mott from Droid FX. I think Jason Mott in the 8th out of Izzy. That'd be phenomenal. Trevor Rosenthal in the 7th.
See, I would have taken Lee Smith as my closer.
Lee Smith is another good one.
I would have taken him.
I played the video game I played. He's on my team. Does that count?
Yeah.
He's actually my closer.
Saw him in person.
It counts.
On the video.
Yeah. All right, that was fun. Very difficult, but fun.
Yeah.
Let's continue our Freedom Friday here in the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Snake Pit is having a lot of fun with our last exercise, I guess we'll call it, where we could choose. We had to be able to see the Cardinal player play live, but we could choose a lineup to build for the Cardinals out of those players. And now the Snake Pit is just listing every Cardinals player that ever played. J.D. Drew, Ron Gant, Eli Marrero, Ryan Terrio, Aledmus Diaz. So they're just going through and just listing every single Cardinal. It is a Freedom Friday. No Jamie. Jamie's on his way to the lake. We know he's listening, so shout out to your brother. We miss you. Carey Davis, Andrew Marsh. We appreciate everybody texting into the Air Comfort text line when it comes to Freedom Friday. So what's next for us?
All right, this is an interesting one. The NFL has decided to take every player off of every roster and will have every team redraft their rosters. You have become the GM of the team with the 16th pick in the draft. What positions do you anticipate will go most often in the first 5 rounds? And what positions/players are you looking to add with your first 5 picks?
Well, quarterbacks are going to be off the board quickly. And at 16, we're not going to get a good quarterback.
Are we doing the team together? So we're GM and president?
Yep. There was not going to be a quarterback that I want to take at 16.
Should we play? Let's play the game because I actually don't know. So can we play the game here?
All right, let's go.
All right, so let's play the game. We're looking. So Carey and I, we know any foundation starts with the quarterback first.
Question.
If you don't have a quarterback, you don't have anything.
Yep.
All right. So if we assume that Mahomes, let's start with some names here.
Yep.
I need a screen.
Josh Allen.
All right. So Mahomes.
We're going to go by division.
Sure. Allen.
Herbert. Conference, I guess.
Burrow
will
be off the board. Let's see here. Stroud.
Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence will probably be off the board.
So according to Pro Football Focus,
Jalen Hurts.
They have ranked the quarterbacks.
Lamar.
What do you got?
The 16th best quarterback is Jared Goff.
Yeah, I'm okay. Nothing against that guy. I think he's a very good quarterback.
Well,
he's got a great roster.
But this is going to be very interesting then, all right? So let's keep going here. So Lamar is off the board. Do you think that Jordan Love is off the board?
Oh, yeah.
Love.
We're 8 quarterbacks, 9.
We're only 9 in.
It ain't that many to choose from. Unless you want to. Yeah, you know what? We can keep going.
Like Caleb Love.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Caleb Williams.
I keep doing that with Caleb Love. Jeez.
Jordan Love, Caleb Williams.
Man. Caleb Williams.
Matthew Stafford.
So that's okay. So that's the question then. If it's a Matthew Stafford or Jared Goff or even a Dak Prescott type, but I think Dak would probably be selected before 16.
Yeah. Anthony, you want some winners on your team.
You want some winners first and foremost.
Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. So would you pick?
I wouldn't go with an older guy. That was going to be my question. Yeah, I'm not going with an older guy.
Okay. So
it's a young guy.
If we have our pick then, and a lot of teams are going quarterbacks. And
what
you
position?
had your I know what I would do.
You going left tackle? Where you going?
I thought about that first, but no. I'm going pass rush.
Okay. Who?
If he's there, if he's available, you know who I'm going with.
No, I don't.
Micah Parsons.
I
thought you were going to say TJ Watt.
I mean, he'd be great too. But I'm probably going Micah Parsons first.
Okay.
Because the texter asked a really good question. What positions would go in the first 5 rounds?
Left tackles, pass rushers.
It should exactly.
Yeah.
It should be quarterbacks. It should be left tackles. It should be pass rushers.
I probably would have went Trent Williams.
But he's older.
He's 32.
I get Micah Parsons. We get Micah. I forget we're doing this exercise together. Then I would argue with you about Micah Parsons being younger. I don't know if he's off at 16 now.
He's probably still around. Quarterback's taken.
Quarterback, protect the quarterback, get after the quarterback.
All right, I like it.
But you know there's going to be some dumbass teams that go for wide receivers.
Like the Atlanta Falcons?
Exactly.
And we can get Kirk Cousins.
I don't want Kirk Cousins.
No. You don't get Michael Penix?
Maybe later on.
In the 5th round?
Later on. I'm building my O-line. Obviously, I want to find the quarterback. Mm-hmm. But then we build the O-line and we build the defensive line. You go there. The only exception I would make is the ultimate cheat code.
Which is?
Tyreek Hill. He would be the one? He would be the only receiver
really
that I would consider halfway through the first round.
Not Justin Jefferson?
Justin Jefferson
not Amon-Ra St. Brown.
is incredible. But Tyreek Hill, you have to game plan. And I think Jefferson falls into this too. But you have to game plan your entire week for Tyreek Hill.
Trent is 35 years old. We don't want to.
Yeah, thank you.
Sorry.
That's okay.
He's older. He's still really good.
He is very good. But I think we can find some left tackles later on.
Yeah. Not that good, though. All right. Yeah.
It's
Tyreek
interesting
Hill would be your first.
No, he wouldn't be my first. I'm just saying he'd be the only guy I even consider.
Arguing. If you brought Tyreek Hill's name to the table.
I would, again, I said Micah Parsons first.
Always talks about not drafting skill position players in the first round.
Wants to take Bijan Robinson.
We might as well take a running back, Anthony.
What the hell? Let's take Christian first. I said quarterback, and then I would consider a left tackle, but then I would go with the pass rush.
Anthony, if you don't have a running back, you have nothing, right?
I can find running backs.
Now you got to take him in the first round.
I can find running backs. One of the better fullbacks that I've ever seen play the game was Carey. Undrafted.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm sorry, Carey. I'm sorry to bring that up.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
It's a self-made man, though. You know what I mean?
You got to work for it.
Isaiah Pacheco, 7th round pick.
Not a bad player.
Hell no.
Yeah.
I've seen teams make the Super Bowl with 6th rounders, undrafted, 5th rounders. Hell, I've even seen a 6th rounder one time.
What did that guy ever do?
That's a quarterback. That's different. Yeah. Jack goes, Anthony wants Kyle Pitts at it. No, I do not.
Yeah.
Let's draft the Atlanta Falcons team.
Yep.
I'm sure they'll fall.
I am not fall. I'm sure they will too.
They'll be available.
Yeah. Well, no, the Falcons just pick up their own guys.
Yeah. Let's draft a backup quarterback in the first round.
He shouldn't be the backup.
He's going to be the starter.
All right. Was there another part to that we could do quickly or no? Was there another piece of that puzzle?
No, I think it was just who we were going to draft.
All right, QB, pass rush / offensive line.
Yeah.
We're doing that over and over and over again.
No, that can be our first 3 rounds.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you decide on a quarterback?
We're
gonna get the quarterback in the 2nd round, Marsh. Somebody's gonna be available.
Baker Mayfield?
Maybe.
I don't want Baker.
You love Shaky Bakey.
I don't.
You gave
want
him the nickname. And now you're going back against them.
You don't give people nicknames unless you like them.
That's right? Exactly.
I don't think it works that way.
I mean, you got a couple of quarterbacks in Pittsburgh to choose from. There's plenty of quarterbacks left. You got quarterbacks, man.
What about Kirk Cousins?
He doesn't like Kirk.
We'll get Kirk in the 4th.
He does not like Kirk.
No, do you know why I don't like Kirk? Because he holds GMs like Carey and I hostage.
You got Kyler Murray if you want. You got some players available in the 2nd round that we could choose from. Didn't say you'd like them, Anthony. I said it's guys to choose from.
Sure.
Guys that are starting right now that we could get in the 2nd round. Go get our pass rusher first.
There you go.
Build that team. Yeah.
But only because we're at 16.
Yeah.
We're in the top 10. We're getting a QB.
No question.
Yeah.
It's too far down.
All right. Everybody good?
Yep.
I'm good.
Okay. It's a fast lane on 101 ESPN. 314-399-9646 is the Air Comfort Service text line. Our Freedom Friday conversation continues. Keep sending in those topics. It's your day here in the fast lane on 101 ESPN.
101 ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update driven by Johnny Londoff Chevrolet and Johnny Londoff Autoplex. The Cardinals take on the Cincinnati Reds tonight. First pitch is at 7:15 with Andre Palante on the mound going up against Frankie Montas. We are taking your Freedom Friday topic, so continue to text in to the Air Comfort Service text line 314-399-9646. The Blues have acquired Alexander Texier from the Columbus Blue Jackets. Columbus receives a 2025 fourth-round pick. Tonight is the NHL draft. It will start at 6 o'clock with the Blues picking at number 16. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center update is driven by Johnny Londoff Chevrolet and Johnny Londoff Autoplex. See them at londoff.com. Chevy, together we drive. Are you kidding me?
It's a Freedom Friday here in the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN with Andrew Marsh and Carey Davis. I'm Anthony Stalter. All right, Marsh, what's next?
All right, we got a text from the 636. Love the show, but need more Olympic coverage. Since it's my show today, Can you spend way too long talking about something America pretends to care about every 4 years?
All right, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Most favorite Olympic
moment? Oh, track and field for me.
Summer Olympic or
I said winter.
Did you say winter?
Yeah, but we could go summer first.
Did you say winter?
I thought I did.
I thought you said
well,
favorite
the Summer
Olympics
is coming up.
Yeah. I know, but I always say winter because of the Winter Soldier.
Oh.
Well, the Winter Olympics are way better anyways.
Really?
In my opinion.
I agree with that. Yeah, I agree.
What do you mean?
I don't know if you know, fellas. There's not many people that look like me in the Winter Olympics, so I don't really partake in them. I haven't seen
well, Carey, you're 40-some years old. There's not going to be a 40-something-year-old.
Not the age. Not the age. And the color. I don't see many people that look like me in the Winter Olympics, so I don't really watch them.
I don't like that at all. I think that's wrong.
It is. They should give them an opportunity.
Yeah.
Or maybe, I don't know.
Track and field is awesome, though.
I love when one time you looked at Jamie, you're like, I love hockey. I can't skate. People like me, we don't skate.
I can't skate at all.
Yeah.
No ice skating. No, I think I like
kind of like me for dancing, basketball, football, and
you played football though.
I did. Yeah.
You played at a high level.
Yes, I did, Carey.
Good.
Yes, I did.
Baseball, track and field, basketball, kind of, sort of. I think it kind of stopped for me with the dream team.
Yeah.
Like it was there.
It was like they did it so well. That was it.
Yeah, it didn't matter after that. But definitely track and field. Swimming is fun also. Like watching the swim events is fun. But just seeing people run that fast and like just really flying around that track for me is exciting.
The swimming in the Beijing Olympics was one of the coolest things, especially when I forgot which particular event it was, but it was when Phelps, I think he was going perfect for the gold medals, and it came down. It was like a relay race, and it came down to the wire against France, and that's when like they ended up winning by like a fingertip.
Yeah,
and you see Michael Phelps like, doing one of those things. That was my favorite event, at least in that summer.
I got to be honest. I don't it's not appointment watching for me.
Summer Olympics?
Either.
Neither?
Yeah.
You don't want to watch either? I mean,
it's not that I don't.
So
I just don't see
3:38, and Anthony's not American.
Oh, that's Anthony.
Whoa!
What are you saying?
He watch the Olympics.
He's
Canadian back.
He's
un-American.
I root for our men and women in the Olympics.
You just don't watch them.
It's not appointment watching for me.
Wow.
You know?
I will agree with that. I don't think it's appointment watching, but when
I'm I got to watch the Olympics.
You didn't want to watch Usain Bolt in, was it 08? No, not 08. What year was that?
I have no idea.
2012?
12, 08, one or the other. When he was flying around that track. Come on, man.
I respect it. I mean, what an athlete. Runs fast, you know?
Don't care.
That guy.
Track and field for me is that's the one. Like watching the 4x1 or the 4x4, the open 400. Like watching those people run, like running 400 meters on a track is disgusting.
Did you run track
in high school?
In high school,
for a year, my hip popped out of place, and I was done.
So what? You were football,
and
track and field, basketball.
Yep.
What position you play in basketball?
Point guard.
Okay.
Power forward. I was like the original. Well, not the original. Charles Barkley would be I'm like the original Draymond Green before he antics and all.
You caused a bunch of crap. Did you?
If I need to, enforcer. That's what they call me.
Nice.
You don't like it? Deal with it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Melees, if need be.
Yeah. Nice.
All of it. Enjoyed it. But yeah, track and field is where it is at. You gotta. We gotta watch some track and field this summer.
I like the team sports in the Olympics.
Okay.
Like I enjoyed hockey and Sochi. That was awesome. The dream team. I mean, guys our age.
Yeah.
The dream team when we were how old were we?
That was 92.
Yeah, 92.
11?
So yeah, we were
12, 11, 10, 11, 12.
We were real young. Marsh, you weren't even.
I wasn't even
twinkle
born.
in your father's eye.
No.
But the dream team was the thing.
It
like
was. You had to
watch it. But other than that, I don't. It's fine.
Oh,
I respect what these men and women do.
What about the gymnastics? That too for me is also
That's pretty good.
I'll tell you what, gymnastics team. What was like Carey Strug and all that?
That was
98, 96, something like that? 96?
Yeah.
That was a great one.
Yeah.
But that's because I was a young adolescent. I had crushes on most of those girls.
Dominique Dawes for me.
What was her name? I'll look it up.
There's some people on the text line saying that you were rooting for Team Italy. Anthony, would you like to explain?
Where are those glasses?
Where are they, actually?
I hit them.
You did?
Yeah, I hit them.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. We spent 6 minutes. Hopefully that was way too long for you. It's Freedom Friday. Keep those topics coming in next on 101 ESPN. It's the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. We got somebody texting in. I was talking about the 96. They called it the Olympic team. I just read it to you guys.
Magnificent
Seven. Thank you.
There you go.
The Magnificent Seven.
Isn't that a movie?
That's different. Yeah.
Magnificent Mile. Isn't that a... Oh, that's in Chicago.
Yeah.
You know that. Just where you're from.
He's talking about a movie, though. A documentary? Yeah, but it's not on the 1996 gymnastics team.
Okay.
But yeah, Carey and I were the same age of those Olympic gymnastic girls, and I remember watching those events because I liked Dominique Moceanu.
Oh, well, yeah.
You know? Mm-hmm. Your crush was Dominique Dawes.
Yes, it was. She's listening. Hello. You don't know.
And why wouldn't she? Why wouldn't she be listening to the Fast Lane on a Freedom Friday?
You know, this is where you should be.
Yeah.
If you know her, tell her I said hi.
There you go. All right, Marsh. What's next in Freedom Friday land?
All right, we all love college football. Am I correct?
Hell yeah.
From the 314, can you tell me which college I need to play with in NCAA 25? So it's been a minute since this game has been out. And
so this is the new.
This is the new game that's coming out, and a lot of people might be taking off work to play it or binging this game when it does come out. Sure. I have another little exercise for you. I have all of the schools in the top 10 or top 25 rankings in terms of their offense, defense, their power rankings, and also the rankings of the hardest stadium to play in. So I figured we could go through and look at some of these teams and essentially decide which, and obviously you don't want to pick the best team.
Yeah, I wouldn't pick Georgia because that'd be too easy, right? Or Michigan.
Huh?
Yeah, we don't want
how you play.
We don't want to pick those teams.
You don't want to win?
We want to build a program.
You want to build a program, right? Like when I played back in the day, I always picked Central Michigan because I wanted them to be a national champion. Yeah.
So how do we want to do this? Do we want to have a top 10 defense and maybe like a top 25 offense?
I want a suffocating defense.
We want a suffocating defense.
Yeah.
So do we want a top 10 defense?
Yes. Easily.
Okay. All right.
So what are our options for top 10 defense?
All right. Ohio State, 96 overall. Georgia, 94 overall. Oregon, 90 overall. Alabama, 90. Clemson, 90. Notre Dame, 90. Michigan, 90. Texas, 88 overall. Penn State, 88. Utah, 88. So those are our teams that we have to decide on now.
All right, I think I missed one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I missed one.
You want to build.
Who'd you say after Michigan?
After Michigan, we have Texas, Penn State, Utah.
Who'd you say before Michigan?
Before Michigan, Notre Dame.
Notre Dame is the team I missed. Okay, so we're going to take off Ohio State because I grew up a Michigan fan, and I don't want Ohio State. Carey, you probably want to get rid of Michigan just like you did in your adolescence.
Oh, come on, man.
You no-called, no-showed them.
No-called, no-showed Michigan
recruitment.
one time in their life, and it's never forget.
They're also the national champions. Go Blue. So let's cross them off because we don't want to, again, we want to build a program. That program's already been built. All right, Penn State, we're going to cross them off.
Why? I like Penn State.
You're an Illinois
well, did you
guy.
See, did he mention Illinois?
No.
Well, then they're not an option right now.
You want to leave Penn State on there?
Leave Penn State on there.
They never have an offense.
Well,
we haven't gotten to the offensive rankings yet.
So we're building a team. So leave Penn State on until we know whether or not they're in the top 10.
Should we also cross off UGA, though, because they're a powerhouse?
We're crossing them off.
Okay.
You cross off Alabama? Or you gonna keep them?
Bama can get crossed off.
Who else you got?
Oregon, Clemson, Notre Dame, Texas, Penn State, Utah. I've got one team that I want.
Who?
Okay.
Okay.
So who do we have on your list, Anthony? It's your show.
No, it's not my show. It's our show. It's our program.
It's your program.
Oregon, Clemson, Notre Dame, Texas, Penn State, and Utah. The only reason why I left Penn State on there is because Carey fought for him.
You kept Utah on there because you wanted them.
Okay.
I don't mind Utah.
So we picked a top 10 defense. That means we probably can't pick a top 10 offense. Otherwise, it's just not fun, right? So Oregon is number 2. Number 2 offense, number 4 overall.
Okay.
I'm sorry, 94 overall.
I got to cross them off too, Dominic.
Got to cross them off.
Oregon's gone.
Who else do we have?
Clemson.
Clemson is 10th overall. 87 overall ranking.
Can't have a top 10 offense and a top 10 defense. Too easy then.
By the way, Missouri is number 9 on this list for top 10 offense.
Missouri Tigers.
Yeah.
Go with the Missouri Tigers.
So at number 11, an 87 overall, Utah. Number 12, 87 overall, Penn State.
That's why I said Penn State. They can stay.
Okay.
Now, when you go to the environment, so who we got left on there? Notre Dame,
Texas, Penn State, and Utah.
Texas was top 5, I think, on that list in offense.
Oh, were they?
I believe. Or did I miss that, Marshy?
Marsh, they weren't top 5.
Texas is number 4, 91
I see
overall.
it from here. Yeah.
That's what I wanted. I wanted
take off Texas. Yeah, take Texas off.
I don't want to.
You got to. You said you didn't want to be too dominant.
Anthony, you're going to hate this. Who do we have left?
Notre Dame, Penn State, and Utah.
All right. The top 10 toughest places to play. I'll read through this list because one of those teams is in the top 10.
Penn State, old Beaver Stadium.
Number 1, Kyle Field.
Oh, Utah.
Texas A&M.
Oh, that's Texas A&M.
Bryant-Denny Stadium. Number 2, Alabama. Number 3, Tiger Stadium, LSU. Number 4, the Horseshoe of Ohio State. Number 5, Sanford Stadium, Georgia. Number 6, Beaver Stadium, Penn State.
Wow.
Keep them.
Nothing about Penn State makes sense. The Beaver Stadium.
Listen, keep them.
Should be Oregon State, but no, it's Beaver Stadium.
Okay. I can see where you came from with that.
Utah is East Escala something stadium. Starts with an E.
Rice, Cleese.
There it is.
Stadium.
Yes.
That's number 18.
Okay.
I think we have our team.
It's Penn State.
It's got to be Penn State.
It's Utah.
It's Penn State.
I don't want Penn State. It's not about you. It's about the listener. The listener asks for our help.
It's Penn State.
Why don't we go Notre Dame? Tradition, honor, leprechauns.
Penn State is we got a text from the 618. Penn State is a tough place to play at.
I know it is.
Agree.
I know it is.
You want the environment. You want the defense. You want the offense. You want to build it.
They never have a quarterback who can throw more than 4 feet.
Is a tough word.
Anthony, it's not just one stadium. This is dynasty mode.
Yeah.
Like you was
John
building a
Kitna
program.
last time they had a quarterback?
John Kitna? No. It was Carey.
Oh, God.
Carey. I was going to say Carey Kittles.
No.
Kerry Collins.
Kerry Collins. The Giants. It wasn't John Kitna, was it? That's who I'm thinking of. It's Kerry Collins?
Probably Kerry Collins.
I know
Penn
he
State
went
quarterback.
There. Where did John Kitna go? John Kitna went to a smaller school, didn't he? Yeah. Like a Tulane or something. He went to Central Washington.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Okay, so we got Notre Dame?
Notre Dame.
What? I thought it was Penn State.
Sorry, Penn State. What am I doing? This is how you know. That was a glimpse of literally how that's how every segment ends. When you say whatever you say, and I'm like, yep, whatever he said. And I never know what the next segment is.
So that was incredible. That happened when you went to the bathroom or wherever you went. Carey goes, "What are we talking about next?" I go, "Dude, it's Freedom Friday." Like, the text line.
Yeah.
That, like both of your reactions at the same time. I said, "All right, Notre Dame," like, and Carey goes, "Notre Dame," and Marsh goes, "Wait, what?" All right.
I heard Penn State. I don't know how my brain did that.
All right, we got another question. I think we came to a conclusion.
I don't like
despite what you think.
What about Utah, guys? Tough environment, good defense. We're building a program.
At the end of the day, it really comes down to this texter and what they want.
Yeah.
So we gave them the options: Penn State, Utah. Now it's up to them to build a program.
So what we crossed off Notre Dame too.
Yeah, we crossed. Yeah.
Little touchdown, Jesus.
Yep.
He's gone.
Yeah, he's out of here.
All right.
No. We got another question from 636. Will Ollie Marmol get any credit if this team stays 10 games above 500 by the All-Star break? Will people still hate him no matter what?
People still hate him no matter what.
How many games before the All-Star break? Maybe about 2 weeks, 3 weeks out.
This is how this typically works with managers. If the team loses, it's the manager's fault. If the team wins, it's the players who got it done. Had nothing to do with the manager.
That's 16 games before the All-Star break. They're not getting to 10 games above, if I did my math right. 6, 10, 2, 4, 6. Yep, 16.
They're 41 and 39 right now.
That's 2.
They might get to your 5.
They might.
They're playing good baseball.
Minus last night.
Safer last night.
Mm-hmm. I don't think they'll get to 10.
Game was a lot closer than that 11-4 score would indicate, though.
Was it?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Miles Michaelis did not fool a single batter last night.
Wasn't good. It's a tough night. But you have those.
That to me was at one point I wondered if he was telling the hitter, this is what I'm going to throw in this location. That's how hard they were hit. They weren't fooled at all.
No.
It's not like they were out on their front foot a couple of times and a couple of duck snorts, soft contact. No, it was back. India did a couple of taps just to make sure he got the timing on the curve right. Boom. Slashed it to right field.
Just some hard hit balls.
He was nasty.
Yeah,
and not fastly nasty either.
By the way, we got a text from the 314. The listener who asked about NCAA 25 said, okay, I'm picking Eastern Michigan.
Well, you're welcome for that great breakdown we gave you.
Eastern Michigan plays on like a gray field or something. So that could be fun. Yeah. They make it look like I think their whole deal is they want to make it seem like a parking lot because they're tough. Like, we're going to play you. We'll play you anywhere, including a parking lot. Here's our turf. It's cement.
Well, the Eastern Washington, if I'm not mistaken.
They're red.
Yeah, their field's bathed in blood.
Yes.
Maybe that's what their
opponents
think.
And Boise, of course, has got the Smurf turf.
Yep.
In which the birds often dive bomb.
You witnessed that last week.
Yeah, it was terrible. I told that story earlier. You can check it out on the podcast. All right, we have a returning Gauntlet member, right?
Yes. Donnie is joining us.
Donnie.
No.
He beat me yesterday.
He beat you. Yeah, sorry, buddy.
Right, yeah.
All right, Donnie's up next here on 101 ESPN.
4 warriors, 4 categories, 1 challenger. Can you master the Gauntlet?
The Gauntlet is powered by Master, your hometown source for business communications for more than 30 years. Visit Mastor.com.
It's Fastlane on 101 to ESPN 403. Your time check brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler. Carey Davis, Andrew Marsh, Anthony Stalter, and I believe we just lost Donnie on the phone. So Donnie will be called back here in a second. Continue to send in your Freedom Friday topics to the Air Comfort Service text line 314-399-9646. Get a lot of different talks to a lot of different angles today. Yeah, I'm a little surprised. I've loved it. I'm just a little surprised by it.
No, I love it. I love Freedom Friday. We talk about any and everything, and, we don't have to talk about a bad game from last night because it was a bad game.
It was, absolutely. Yeah. We can move on. Michael's been
got
great.
A game tonight. Another opportunity, Anthony.
All right. Donnie, you on the line?
I'm here.
All right. Thank you for being available again today. I know that yesterday you got past Carey.
Yeah.
No Jamie Rivers. Jamie is down at the lake, and he'll be back on Monday. Would you like to take on Marsh or me today?
Take on you today, Anthony.
Oh. Donnie. Did you have a plan when you got on?
Well, I was on 2 years ago, and I've already made it past that, so now I'm just riding my luck.
I like that. Okay, sounds good. All right, Donnie, good luck.
Thank you.
All right, Donnie. Anthony is heading into the cone of silence, where I think he'll be by himself today. You won against me yesterday in hockey. Very good fight. Good job. What would you like today?
Honestly, random.
Oh, okay. Well, tell Marshy to spin that wheel. We'll see what you get.
Marshy, spin that wheel.
So you're looking for random. I don't know what Anthony's stats are in random. He's pretty good in baseball. I think he's been pretty good in hockey. And we are coming to...
That's usually what Anthony gets.
Hockey. You got hockey again, Donnie.
Okay. That was my second choice.
Well, you did well yesterday. We'll see how well Anthony fares against you today as Marshy pulls out the launch codes and gets us ready for a little bit of hockey. Let's do that hockey. All right, here we go. Question number 1. Kyle, how do you say that?
Kyle Oposo.
Oposo just won a Stanley Cup with the Panthers, began his career, and played 9 seasons with which team?
Okay, that will be the New York Islanders. Final answer.
Question number 2. Which team finished with the most points in the Atlantic Division this season?
Oh, boy. Okay, Atlantic Division. I always get these mixed up. Can I have options, please?
Options are the Toronto Maple Leafs, the Boston Bruins, or the Florida Panthers.
Florida Panthers.
Final answer?
Final answer, yes.
Question number 3. Derek Brassard, who played over 1,000 NHL games, recently retired. Which team did he play 6 seasons with, his longest tenure with any single team?
Oh, boy, okay. He played for several. I know he played for the Rangers. I believe it's the Rangers. Final answer.
Final question, Donnie. Name the last year and only year since 1920 the Stanley Cup was not awarded due to lockout.
Oh, that would be 04-05. Final answer.
All right, we'll get Anthony in here, and we'll see how he feels.
He's not paying attention. It looks like someone actually is in the cone of silence.
the panic that he went through when he saw that. All right, we'll get him in here, and he's still talking.
Just taking his. I just noticed who he was talking to.
He's talking to the boss.
Yeah. Sorry, I saw the boss.
Yeah. Well, you take your time.
On a John Kowski. Yeah. Yep. All right. So,
how do you feel?
Okay, now-ish.
Talking to the boss.
Yeah.
Not in the cone of silence by yourself.
No.
So
We want to know how Donnie feels, though. Donnie, how you feeling?
Probably about the same as yesterday. I'm second-guessing some of my answers.
All right. Okay.
Well, your topic is hockey.
Of course it is.
Donnie had hockey yesterday in which he beat me. You heard that. And so, Marshy, tell him.
Pack a lunch.
Yeah. Okay. Kyle Oposo. Is that right? Oposo.
Kyle Oposo.
Kyle Oposo just won a Stanley Cup with the Panthers. He began his career and played 9 seasons with which team?
I keep picturing him as an Islander. I don't know if he started there. I also think he was a Sabre, maybe. I'll take the options.
Is it the New York Islanders?
Son of a...
The Buffalo Sabres? Or the New Jersey Devils?
I'm going to go with my gut. I'm going to go with the Islanders. Final answer.
Question number 2. Which team finished with the most points in the Atlantic Division this season?
Wouldn't they be the Panthers? Maple Leafs had an unbelievable year. Boston was up there for a while. I didn't go with my gut last time. I'm going to go with my gut now. I'm going to say the Florida Panthers. Final answer.
Question number 3. Derek Brassard, who played over 1,000 NHL games, recently retired. Which team did he play 6 seasons with? His longest tenure with any single team.
Brassard. I have a team in mind, but I'm going to take the options.
Is it the New York Rangers, the Ottawa Senators, or the Columbus Blue Jackets?
Not who I was thinking. For some reason, I was thinking of the Kings. Okay, so you said Blue Jackets,
Senators,
and
Rangers.
Rangers. Derek Brassard. Is he a Ranger? I'll go Rangers. Final answer.
Final question. Name the last year and only year since 1920 the Stanley Cup was not awarded due to lockout.
Well, they came back and played in, what was that, 03? Or did they? I'll narrow it down. Please, options.
Okay, so we have the 2022-2023 season, 2002-2003 season, 2003-2004, or 2004-2005 season.
Oh, crap. When did they not play? Or when did they not? Imagine it's the middle year if that's correct. So, I have 03 in my head. So was it 02, 03? That's an option?
02, 03, 03, 04, 04, 05.
405. I'm going to go 0405. Final answer. I think I was out of college when they did it. 0405. Or just out of college.
We got ourselves a doozy here.
Yes.
All right, let's go to...
that means good.
Man.
A good doozy.
It means something. Let's go to question number 3. Derek Brassard played over 1,000 games in the NHL, recently retired. Which team did he play 6 seasons with, his longest tenure with any single team? Donnie, without the options, you said Rangers.
Oh, no. Let's go Senators.
Anthony, with the options, you said Rangers.
Let's go Senators.
The correct answer is...
Let's go Blue Jackets. It's the Columbus Blue Jackets.
Yeah. 0-0. Let's go to question number 1. Kyle Oposo, who recently won the Stanley Cup with the Panthers, began his career and played 9 seasons with which team? Donnie, you said Islanders. Anthony, you said Islanders. The correct answer is...
It is the New York Islanders.
But... Donnie didn't need any options.
No!
2-1, Donnie. Question... Let's go to question 2.
If I lose on that...
Which team finished with the most points in the Atlantic Division this season? Donnie, you said Panthers. Anthony, You said, I didn't go with my gut last time. I'll take the Panthers as well. The correct answer is?
It is the Stanley Cup champions, Florida Panthers.
But Anthony didn't need the options on that one. It's 3-3.
Wow. It's a barn burner.
Comes down to this one. Name the last year and only year since 1920 the Stanley Cup was not awarded due to a lockout. Donnie, you said 04-05. Anthony, you said 04-05. The correct answer is?
Gentlemen, you're correct. It is the 04-05 season.
But Donnie didn't need the answers. Donnie!
You have chosen wisely.
Nice job. Nice job there, Donnie.
Hey, nice fight, Anthony.
Thank you.
That was
well
a really
done.
good fight.
Well done.
Good job, both of you.
Really quick. I actually had to pull off to get service to do this. I missed the first question you guys went over because someone stopped to see if I was okay. Can you tell me that one again?
The Derek Broussard one?
The first question you guys went over.
That would have been Derek Broussard.
Derek Broussard played over 1,000 games, recently retired. Which team did he play 6 seasons with? It was the Columbus Blue Jackets.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, perfect.
Wow. Well, nice job, Donnie. So
Good job, Donnie.
You'll have an opportunity to take on Jamie or Marsh on Monday. Congrats.
All right, thank you again. Thanks, Anthony.
Yeah, thank
Good
you.
job.
Nice
Good
job.
job, Donnie.
Way to go.
Ah, that was a good one.
I'll tell you what, Carey, Andrew Marsh is going to beat Donnie like a drum because Donnie is one of the nicest guys I have ever talked to. You know what I mean? Like, Donnie is so nice.
He is.
And you know how Marsh is when it comes to fighting nice guys in the gauntlet.
He beats them up. Yep.
There is usually nothing left of those nice gentlemen.
Yeah. Donnie's a very nice guy.
Super nice guy. Nice job. You earned that one, that's for sure. That wound up being a good fight.
It was.
Ah,
good job.
Nah.
No, it was. You all got all the answers correct. You just took the options on that last one, and that did it.
No, they missed one.
Well, they all got the ones that they got correct. You missed one. You missed the Rangers one.
You know the one I'm beating myself up
The first
on,
one.
though. The Islanders one.
Because you said it.
I said it.
You said it.
And then, of course, you read the two teams. What other teams he played for? That's it, right? Islanders, Sabres, and
Devils. That's on the list.
Damn it. Can't lose on a Freedom Friday.
Well, you just did.
I just did, though. All right, more Freedom Friday next on 101 ESPN. Hey, if you need a new car, Auto Centers Nissan Herculaneum, they got to be your first and only stop. When you go to AutoCentersNissan.com, you can check out the over 700 vehicles that they have all in one location. That's right, one spot out in Herculaneum. That's it. You head out there, peruse what they have, or start off online at AutoCentersNissan.com. Check out some of the rides that they have, some of the deals they have. They always have great deals. They always have great financing options, too. In fact, they have one of the best financing departments that I have seen. Good credit, bad credit, doesn't matter. Auto Centers Nissan Herculaneum, they know if you need a ride, they will take care of you. They have their complimentary lifetime warranty as well, free complimentary lifetime warranty, the 30-day return promise as well within 30 days. If you're not completely satisfied with the vehicle, you're not completely satisfied with the experience, bring the vehicle back and they'll refund your money, set you up with something else that you're looking at. Auto Centers Nissan Herculaneum, best sales department, best financing department, best vehicle selection that you're going to find in the greater St. Louis or Illinois area. And again, all in one location out in Herculaneum. It's Auto Centers Nissan. with Carey Davis and Andrew Marsh from Anthony Stalter. It's a Freedom Friday. It means you get to choose the topic selections today. Send them in. 314-399-9646 is the Air Comfort Service text line. Marsh, what do you got?
We got a text from the 636. Michael Ciani has a higher slugging percentage than Mason Wynn, Paul Goldschmidt, and Nolan Gorman in June. And here's some numbers for you, actually. Great job by the texter. 429 for Michael Ciani, Mason Wynn, 381, Paul Goldschmidt, 375, 364, and Nolan Gorman, 348 in June. What do these stats say about the supposed heavy hitters in the middle of the lineup?
So this is why your offense has gone through, and I realize that the offense of late, because they picked it up and the Cardinals are playing better baseball, I realize the offense has been better of late. But this is why your offense has largely slogged through the first half of the season. Tonight, 81st game, Carey, this is the halfway point in the Cardinals season. Mm-hmm. And to this point, if you're talking about from April all the way through where we are today, and not just cherry picking some of the months or weeks that you like, the offense is disappointed. So what does it say from a slugging standpoint that Michael Ciani, and good for him because he's had a productive June. He's gotten better offensively throughout the month of June. But what does it say that Ciani's got a higher slugging percentage than Arenado, Goldschmidt, and Gorman?
It says what your eyes have been telling you all season long. Your big bats aren't hitting the ball in gaps or out of the park.
Correct.
And that's I don't want to say that's what's hindering, but that's the one thing that has been missing from this team for the entire season is those two players, your highest two paid players. I want to know what their numbers are with runners in scoring position as well, because I looked it up. We saw Nolan Arenado come up with the bases loaded yesterday. One out, and he struck out. And granted,
on a pitch that look, I know. I realize it's difficult to hit.
Yes.
I do.
Yes.
But it wasn't even in the zone.
No, it was way outside, and he waved at it, and he missed.
Lunging.
So that part is the part where and again, baseball is hard. It's not an easy sport. It's not an easy thing to do and have success at the rate that they have had their entire careers. But if you want this team to have any chance of making a real run in the playoffs, to the playoffs first, and then throughout the playoffs, those two guys have to come up and they have to slug. They have to hit with runners in scoring position. They got to move runners along, and they got to get on base, and they got to do the things that we're accustomed to seeing them doing. Nolan Arenado, there have been a couple of plays in the field as well where Paul Goldschmidt, at the end of games, where Paul Goldschmidt has made spectacular plays to save him from getting an error, from allowing a run to score, keeping the opposing team in those games. So I don't know what it is, but those moments are happening, in my opinion, too frequently, and they have to be fixed.
Carey, Aaron Judge has the highest slugging percentage out of qualified hitters this year at 702. He hits in the middle of the Yankees order. I think he hits second for the Yankees. Shohei Ohtani is second in slug. I know he leads off a lot for the Dodgers, but he's one of their heavy hitters. He's slugging. Gunnar Henderson of the Orioles is third, another one of their heavy hitters. Kyle Tucker, now he's been hurt of late, but he's got a 584 slugging percentage. Among qualified hitters, he's fourth. Bryce Harper is fifth. Marcell Ozuna is sixth. Juan Soto is seventh. Rafael Devers is eighth. Jose Ramirez is ninth. Bobby Witt Jr. is 10th. The top guys for their respective offenses, for their respective teams, are slugging at a clip well over 500. Yeah. If you go on from there, Ketel Marte, Yordan Alvarez, Jordan Westberg has been kind of a revelation for the Orioles. Brent Rooker, nobody really talks about the A's. Rooker's their best player. He's slugging at a 506 average. Freddie Freeman of the Dodgers is 505. C.J. Abrams of the Nationals. Riley Green of the Tigers. Like, we're talking about some of the best hitters in baseball slugging. So what does it say? You're exactly right. You nailed it. It's not good enough.
Yeah.
Where Goldschmidt it is. And we're just talking about June, not all of baseball. But you would still have to.
You're halfway through the season. So at some point, Like, we can keep saying, oh, it's just June. Oh, it was May.
No, what I'm saying is, like, if we keep going down this list, will we see these guys? We won't.
No, you won't.
This is the full season. Yeah. The numbers that we threw out at you were only June. Mm-hmm. Still, they're way down.
They are.
First Cardinal I got to in slugging percentage, Alec Burleson at 33.
Mm-hmm.
At 470.
Not Nolan Arenado, not Paul Goldschmidt. And, again, if you didn't have that from him, you would be in a world of hurt. Like, you didn't even – I don't think Alec Burleson was in the Cardinals organization, in their minds, to be their starting everyday right fielder. No, he was not, because Jordan Walker was expected to be.
Or hitting second.
Or hitting second.
Yeah.
Or playing anywhere every single day.
Yep.
Thank goodness he has said, you know what, your plans are yours, my plans and God's plans are better. I'm going to make sure I take care of my business. He's done an outstanding job. But when you're not getting that from your top two paid players, that part is part of the frustration. And I know people, Carey hates the Cardinals. I love the Cardinals. I've been a Cardinal lifer. I've been a fan as long as I can remember. I didn't like last season. It was terrible. Mm-hmm. I think any Cardinal fan with two eyes can say that and see that. But this season, it started to feel a lot like last year. Then it's turned around. We talk about since Mother's Day. It's been pretty good.
Yeah. And it has been.
But the ability, like, if pretty good is all you're going for, because the Cardinals that I'm familiar with, that I'm accustomed to seeing win the damn division, Anthony, we don't talk about winning the wild card. That's what we're striving for. We want to win the wild card. You said before the year, the Cardinals don't have to do much because the division stinks. And they don't have to try hard because the division is terrible, and they should win it regardless. They're not. And they're probably not going to win the division if the Milwaukee Brewers keep playing at the rate that they're playing. Mm-hmm. So what's the next step? How do you get to a point where you do win the division? Because being a wild card, that's not going to be a great role or great fit for you if you don't have any home playoff games, if you're unable to get into a series. It's going to be a tough task.
It's going to be a tough task whether you host or not.
It will be. But it'll be easier, in my opinion, if you win the division.
Sure.
You're playing a lesser team. Should be.
Yeah.
So figure it out.
Absolutely. All right, it's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. We do have our Sports Six-Pack coming up next, so it's just an extension of Freedom Friday here on 101 ESPN. Carey Davis, Andrew Marsh, Anthony Stalter. So continue to send in your questions. Sports Six-Pack next.
101 ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling. The Cardinals lost to the Cincinnati Reds last night by a final score of 11-4. They'll take on Cincy once again tonight as Andre Palante takes the mound, going up against Frankie Montas. First pitch is at 7:15. The Blues acquire Alexander Texier from the Columbus Blue Jackets. He signs a 2-year extension. The Blue Jackets receive a 4th-round draft pick in 2025. Tonight is the NHL draft starting at 6 o'clock. The Blues have the 16th pick in the first round. We have our Sports Six-Pack coming up next. If you have a question you want to send our way, do so using the Air Comfort Service text line 314-399-9646. Sports Six-Pack coming up next. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center update is brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling, an independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer.
It's time for the Fast Lane to answer your sports questions.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions, and I want to have them answered immediately.
Asking me all these weird questions.
Answer the question.
Answer the question.
Answer me!
The Sports Six-Pack is now.
It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. We have our Sports Six-Pack, so feel free to send in any questions. The Air Comfort Service text line at 314-399-9646. With Carey Davis, I'm Anthony Stalter. Here's Andrew Marsh with your questions.
Question number 1.
All right, we'll head out to the Snake Pit for our first question from Brandon. Who will hit the most home runs during the Fastlane versus the Rizzuto Show Home Run Derby?
I mean, I don't know. You're the former baseball player.
So Marsh,
how's your launch angle?
Okay, so we've done this 3 times. Mm-hmm. The first year I hit like 18. The second year I hit 5.
Oh.
That was the year Marsh was there. And then last year I think I hit like 18 or 19.
So it's Marsh's fault.
It was Marsh's fault, yeah. Marsh, how many did you hit?
I can't remember the number. It was somewhere between 15 and 18.
Ooh. I think Marsh.
He's young.
I haven't seen you hit yet, Carey. I'm sure you can.
I'm going to pull everything, but it's going to be hit hard usually.
You're a right-hander?
Uh-huh. Yep.
So Marsh is dealing with a little bit of a. Marsh and Jamie are dealing with a little bit of a shorter porch.
Are you a lefty?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah. So I'll go with Marsh to lead us, but we all are going to put on a show.
I agree.
Everyone in double digits.
Mm-hmm. I like it. Speak it into existence.
Question number 2.
This one comes from Chauncey. Would you rather do the Oklahoma drill with Ray Lewis or be sparring partners with Mike Tyson?
Ray Lewis. The hell, I look like taking a punch from Mike Tyson for I've done that. I've done one. It's not Oklahoma, but it's blocking in the A gap, B gap, ISO. Might as well be.
Either way, I die. But I'll say Ray Lewis, too.
Yeah, you don't want to get punched by Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
Like, prime Mike, like, 90s?
Mike? No, there's no.
I'm okay.
I mean, I'm assuming like you're fighting
right now,
him. You're not just standing
Well,
there.
you're sparring. And so sparring sessions, you got all the gear on.
Yeah.
Headgear. But you still can get punched.
Yeah.
I don't need to see.
Ray Lewis.
Yeah. Take your chances.
Could you imagine stepping in the ring with Tyson in the 90s?
Not unless I was a professional boxer.
Right.
Then I would have
are not.
faith. No.
Yeah.
I'm okay.
You're on YouTube, though. That seems to be the criteria these days.
It's very true.
Nah, I'm okay.
Yeah, we'll go Ray Lewis. I mean, for you, that's an easy choice because, like you said, you've done it.
I've done that.
How was blocking, Ray?
It's like blocking a wall. Yeah. Brick wall. It's a heavy guy.
Except for it's moving.
Yeah, coming towards you. I mean, blocking anybody, actually, any linebacker, it's a job, man. One that you have to be mentally prepared for. Mm-hmm. I was talking to one of my friends, Jason Davis. We were at Illinois together. He was my backup fullback. He's a few years younger than me. And so we would have in practice, we had what we call middle drill, which is just basically runs. So it would be certain plays that I knew, I'm not doing that. I've done it too many times. I'm not doing ISO. I'm not doing power where I got to kick out a defensive end. Mm-hmm. So I knew the script. So whenever it was a play like that, I said, you got this one. You got to earn your stripes. I've done it. I got to do it on Saturday. You do it during practice. I don't want to do it right now.
Yeah.
So, let him do it. We'll not do it in practice. One of the perks of being older.
Yeah.
Made him tougher.
Yeah, absolutely. You're teaching
himself.
the kid.
Yeah.
There you go.
My guy Jamil Cook taught me.
Veteran leadership.
Yeah.
Was there a linebacker that you knew you were going to play? They were like, good.
Paul Postlosny, I think.
Yeah.
From he's smaller.
From Penn State?
Yeah.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, he was in Buffalo, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
Sign me up.
Yeah.
I'm excited. 5'11", 6-foot linebacker, 220 pounds. We the same size.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on. All day long.
Did you carry him out the club?
I'll get him out of there. You got to. But when they're bigger, like the bigger guys, like the 6'4", 260-pound guys, I like to cut those guys early. Get them started. It'll piss them off. It will piss them off. They will be so mad by being cut, but they slow down for the rest of the game. The rest of the game, there's a mutual understanding.
Right.
You want to come in here that fast, I'm going to cut you, and the first thing going to hit is your head.
Right.
So, slow down. Or don't, and get cut.
What linebacker outside of Ray Lewis was a cement wall?
James Harrison every day in practice was hard to run against. I mean, it was Brian Arakpro was like he was one of those
Penn State guy.
He was one of those 6'4".
I thought he was a Texas guy.
He was a Texas
you're right,
guy.
Texas.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
We played in Washington. He was a 6'4", 260. He's one of those guys.
Mm-hmm.
You know who when I was coming out of high school, who I was like.
I'm thinking of Arrington because they both went. They both played for the Redskins.
What
was his name?
LeVar
Arrington. He was a Penn State guy.
Blue Harrington.
The Blue Harrington.
Yeah.
I was worried and concerned when I knew I was going to Illinois. I was concerned about Andy Katzenmoyer.
Really? Oh. Yeah, because he's just a big.
And I was, at that time, going into my freshman, I wasn't blocking. I don't want to block. Mm-hmm. Give me the damn ball, coach.
Yeah.
I got to block this guy. Okay. And LeVar Arrington was a huge human being as well. Him and Courtney Brown. Courtney Brown might have been the largest person I've ever seen in person.
So did Katzenmoyer?
No, I didn't play against him.
No,
he was gone.
So Katzenmoyer was infamous. They released his schedule. Marsh, do you remember Andy Katzenmoyer?
Nope.
Oh man,
just a mountain of a man.
Mm-hmm.
Played for Ohio State, and they released, I think, his schedule. And it was literally basket weaving, beginner's golf, and something.
Not a bad schedule.
They ensured he played on Saturdays.
Listen, you going to the NFL, you make sure these classes are okay.
He didn't have much of a career, though, did he?
No, he hurt his neck.
Oh, that's right.
He had neck surgery.
Yeah.
I think he was drafted in the first round, but had ended up hurting his neck.
Who did he play? Did he play for?
I want to say, I thought it was the Lions, but I could be wrong.
No, he wasn't a Lion.
Maybe I'm thinking Chris Spielman.
He definitely was a Lion. He was like Mr. Lion.
Yeah.
What was the weirdest class that you ever took in college? Like we had my school, we had introductory into walking.
Really?
I'm not kidding. You could just walk.
Jeez.
And you logged
he's a Patriot,
your
that's
miles.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
For the whole semester.
Really?
You just walked.
That's incredible.
Now, it was only worth 1 credit.
Yeah. I did take like a football coaching class, but it was one of those deals too. There was just 1 credit.
I took a basketball class. I took basketball.
Yeah.
Refereeing.
Okay.
This was like, you got to take some certain classes to make sure you get all your credits.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so
yeah, you can fill some of those in. Mm-hmm. I'll tell you one I thought was going to be great because as you guys know, I love the documentaries Jurassic Park. I took I don't know, it was called Prehistoric something. It was all about dinosaurs. I'm like, this is going to be great. I'm gonna know all these dinosaurs. It was like one of the hardest classes I've ever taken. It was unbelievably hard.
I took was it geology, like the study of rocks?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And they called it they called it rocks for jocks. They was like, oh, it's so easy, rocks for jocks. It wasn't easy.
Geology is tough.
It's tough. There's all kinds of minerals and stuff in the world.
It was not easy.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, rocks for jocks. It's not easy.
So I took a class one time in college, and I walked in, and it was me and one other person. Just me, one person,
It's hard to
and
skip.
the professor.
It's hard to skip that one.
Oh,
Yeah.
Anthony.
You did it anyways.
No, I dropped the class.
Yeah.
I walked in there, and I'm like, am I in the right place? I thought it was like a one-on-one with the student. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, I thought I was in, blah, blah, blah class.
Right.
They're like, oh, you are.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
welcome.
Where is everybody? They're like, I don't think a lot of people took it.
Wow.
And then. Do
you remember what it was?
No, I can't really remember. I wasn't geology, but it was something like weird like that. And the next day, or my next time I had that class, I walked in, and it was me, this other girl, and then our professor. And the girl was nowhere to be found. So it was me and the professor in this class.
That sucks.
And she's teaching me, and I'm like I'm like trying. It's one of those things where, like, sometimes if you're in like one of those big halls, you can maybe close your eyes. You could skip class.
Sure.
Yeah. I was battling to keep my eyes open in this class because I am the only person sitting there. And after that one specific day, went online, dropped the class.
I'm out of here.
I felt bad.
You shouldn't.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have.
She was probably, she probably thought there was a real connection. She's really teaching you something.
Teaching the youth of America.
Yeah. Instead, Marcia just dropped it. Just like all the other students dropped her before.
Yep.
And you know what? Now she's not a professor.
Anthony, I don't think they even signed up. I don't think they signed up for the class.
That's hilarious. All right, what do we get through? 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get through the other 4 next on 101 ESPN. Hey, when it comes to finding that home, that dream home, and getting the right loan in place, you got to call Jamie and I's guy, Stewie. Stewie from Stewart's American Mortgage Corporation. I have seen this man work and work and work and do so tirelessly, but he loves helping people. And he works, almost 24/7 at times. And he hands out his personal cell phone number because he wants you to call, and he wants you to make sure that you have that old school customer feel. And he called me recently and said, hey, just want to let you know, somebody was listening on 101, heard the spot, you, Jamie, me, and they were kind of like at the end of their rope when it came to finding, getting approved for a home that they really wanted. It was their dream home. And Stewie was able to, because they picked up the phone and called him and say, hey, this is kind of a weird situation, but here you go. And Stewie's able to help them. He helped them save money up front, and he helped them get into the dream home. If you don't call or text him, you'll never know what he could do for you. So if you're looking for a home loan, maybe you're already working with somebody right now, but you don't know if you're getting the best customer service. You don't know if you're getting the best rate. Pick up the phone, have Stewie look over the loan for you. Chances are he'll find something that's going to save you money over the long haul. So if you're, again, finding that loan, if you want to refi, if you want to know whether or not is a good, now is a good time to refi. You want to do some debt consolidation, great. Stewie's got to be your first call. 314-324-4440, or you can always Google the bagel loan.
time for the Fast Lane to answer your sports questions.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. And I want to have them answered immediately.
Asking me all these weird questions.
Answer the question.
Answer the question.
Answer me!
The Sports Six-Pack is now.
With Carey Davis, I'm Anthony Stalter. Here is Andrew Marsh, continuing our Sports Six-Pack.
Going back to the classes conversation we were just having, we had a texter text in from the 636. In college, I had a buddy convince me to take astronomy. And quote, we will get high and look at stars. He said, there is a lot of calculus in astronomy, one of the hardest classes I took.
100%.
I think it was astronomy.
Yes.
It was the only class I ever dropped at Central Michigan.
I dropped it as well.
The only one.
I was struggling.
Yeah.
Freshman year, I'll know. Astronomy, all these. No, I'm good.
I don't know.
Here.
It's not like I was ever interested. I just thought, this might be kind of. It was
difficult.
I dropped it.
Yeah.
It's the only class I ever dropped. So we're with you. We feel your pain.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Question number 3.
All right, this one comes from Justin. My wife and I saw on ESPN a couple of months ago men's championship pillow fighting. What is the weirdest thing you guys have seen on ESPN?
During COVID, I can't remember what the sport was, but it was almost like a cross between rugby and cricket and something. And I'm like, what is this? But I was so starved for sports. And this was like, late at night, 11 o'clock or something like that. And I'm watching this. I'm like, I have no idea what I'm watching right now. I don't know how they score the points. There's certain levels. They're kicking almost like field goals.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell it was. It was the strangest thing.
I watched them play tag.
Maybe it was just rugby.
Have you seen that one?
I was
tag.
just
It's
about
like
to bring that up.
Course.
Didn't you guys have one of the tag? I would say tag.
It wasn't.
It was like a
wasn't
tag
me,
guy.
Yeah, it was.
Somebody on this station.
It looked like so much fun.
It was like competitive tag.
Did you see that movie Tag with Jeremy Renner and all that?
Yep. That's a true story.
Yeah. So I think
that's literally a documentary.
I think they had one of those guys.
Yeah, I've seen that as well. But seeing that on ESPN where the people are like, there's a buzzer, a time limit where you got to keep from being tagged.
Yeah.
If you don't get it was pretty fun. Jumping through things
on Netflix, they have that show. My kids like it. It is kind of fun. Floor is Lava.
Where
they have different. Yeah, it's kind of cool. So they have different sets, the design. So they have, I don't know, like a garage, and they'll have things that you have in the garage, but you have to, make sure that you don't fall into that. They have like this pool of whatever. It makes it looks like lava. It's not, but get to the other side. I mean, you have to. It's timed, and you're competing against people. It's kind of cool. I wouldn't say it's weird. It's cool.
Weirdest thing I've seen is the Microsoft Excel spreadsheet championships.
Yeah, that
on ESPN.
That's
what?
Yes.
I'm sure some people would probably like that, but I don't know if I'd be into it.
Never saw it. Ultimate Tag 618 says.
Yeah, Ultimate Tag.
It is outstanding.
Question number 4.
This one comes from the 314. Who was your very first sports hero and why?
It was Dion. It was either Dion or Will Clark. I can't remember which. You know what? It must have been Will Clark, because Dion was 91. That Falcons team that had Dion and Andre Rison and Michael Haynes and Chris Miller. Jerry Glanville was their head coach. He would leave tickets at the ticket box office for Elvis. Like like MC Hammer was on the sidelines of that team. Evander Holyfield, like that was. I fell in love with that team because of Dion, but it had to be Will Clark, and the reason why was because I saw Will Clark just when I was getting really into Major League Baseball. I'd played baseball before. I was like 8 or something, but he absolutely destroyed the Cubs in the '89 NLCS. And he had what I thought was the best swing, like the prettiest swing I have ever seen.
Yeah.
And of course, it's got to be a lefty, right? Like all lefties.
Beautiful.
unbelievable. So I don't know what it is about him, but
thank you, Anthony.
You're very welcome. You have a great swing, Marsh. It's very pretty. But Will Clark, watching him in that 89 NLCS, I not only fell in love with like him, the player, but baseball at that point, like Major League Baseball. And he was so confident. Like he at one time he looked, some fan was razzing him. I think it was his rookie year. Can't remember where he was, but some fan was razzing him, and then he hit a home run, and as he was walking to the dugout, he pointed to him. There's like a clip of it. He like points at him. I just thought, I'm like, this guy's just such a badass.
Man, I enjoyed Will Clark. I think mine, probably Ricky Henderson will be one of them, Ozzie Smith. But I think Ricky Henderson was just so dynamic, just what he was able to do. Bo Jackson, like guys that were superior athletes, it felt like were fun to watch. And obviously Michael Jeffrey Jordan, I mean, you can't that's like WGN is the backstory of my childhood. Like that's you got to watch it's a station that we used to get called WGN back in the day, Marshy.
I know what it is.
Oh, okay.
The Cubs used to play on it.
Every now and then I have to give you some backstory just in case.
Back in the day, they had these things called VHS tapes.
Come on, I know what a VHS is.
You put them in, and you have to rewind it.
Yeah, don't tape over your mother's soap operas.
Yeah, exactly.
Rewind.
Right. That's right. Yep.
Yeah. So catching pretty much every game on WGN back in the day, sign me up.
Did you ever go to a game?
I did.
United Center?
I did, yes.
Yeah.
It was like it was a trip. It's just a big deal. We went to the Jordan Steak. Was it Jordan Steakhouse or was it
Ditka
Steakhouse? It might have been. It was one of them. But we went there. Had me, my mother, and I think a couple of my friends from my basketball team.
That's cool.
And went to a game. Yeah, it was. Those are the memories that you just don't forget.
When you sat there and the lights went out,
man,
and they had the spotlight going around. And now, your Chicago Bulls. Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Good times.
Good times, great oldies.
Question number 5.
From the 217, what American Gladiators event would you like to be a contestant in?
It's easy for me. Great question. Hits home for Carey and I. Easy for me.
Can I guess?
Yes.
Assault.
Yes. That is hands down the best event. Have you seen it, Marsh? Have you seen Assault?
Yeah, where they shoot the balls.
Yes.
Is that the one? Yeah.
You fire the tennis balls at them,
I believe
but you can fire back at the...
Yeah.
I
think, I could be wrong, but I think that they had a version of that on Nickelodeon Guts.
Okay.
Which was my American Gladiator.
I got you.
But for kids, of course.
Hopefully, well, it doesn't sound like they treated those kids well either.
Oh, well,
serious allegations there.
I could be wrong. Maybe it was American Gladiator, but I do remember people standing behind like what looked like a machine gun, but full of like those balls, and they're just hitting people right in the face.
Oh yeah, it's awesome. They're wearing goggles, you know.
The assault was good. Was awesome actually. The I'm looking at it now. Breakthrough and Conquer, where they had like to get to the goal line.
Yeah.
And it was football. It was essentially football. What's the one where they had to get through? I used to like the Sky Track one too, where they were upside down. Oh, like that was cool.
Yep. The rings was always cool.
It was.
Joust with those big Q-tips.
All of it. All of it was any of it.
You got to pick one though. I'm picking Assault.
I can't pick Assault as well.
Yeah, you
what
can.
What about the tower? What was the pyramid? Because when you fell down,
was that at the end?
Was it at the end?
That what do they call the main one there at the end?
We got to go watch the.
I'm not watching that documentary again. Okay,
I got it. Powerball.
Powerball?
When they had the ball and they had to dunk it into the tube.
Yeah, and then run and get another one.
And if you got to the middle one, it was extra points.
I feel like that was the one that got hurt the most.
Yeah.
Headlocks, broken arms.
Tackles.
Yeah. That was pretty good.
Yeah, that was the one.
Yep. All right. It's the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. More of Freedom Friday. Wow, we're really heading into the last hour of a Freedom Friday.
That's what happens when you have fun.
Damn right. All right. Last hour, Freedom Friday next on 101 ESPN. Hey, last chance. Running out of time to take advantage of the Mosby Building Arts Doors Now, Pay Later program. If you need new doors, whether it's interior doors, exterior, maybe a new garage door, right now, 5% off or no payments for 1 full year at Mosby Building Arts. You can call in by June 30th. Just have the appointment scheduled. You don't have to have the new doors or anything put in by June 30th because obviously that's only in a couple of days. But if you call in by June 30th to Mosby, you're going to get the 5% off or no payments for 1 full year. Get yourself new doors. They've got different styles, different makes. But what's best about working with Mosby, one of the best things is you're going to work with an interior design team that's going to maximize the space, that's going to make sure that you get the right look and feel that you're looking for. And when it comes to new garage doors, a lot of times if you got a garage door that faces the front street, think about the appeal that you have for your home when it comes to adding a garage door that maybe is a perfect look and feel for the exterior of your home. Upgrade the absolute, exterior of it. They've got different designs. You could add different panels. They've got different safety features, window inserts, decorative hardware, paint colors. They can do it all at Mosby Building Arts. But give them a call to take advantage of that 5% or no payments offer that they have going on. No payments for 1 full year. 314-909-1800. Again, 314-909-1800. Mosby Building Arts, the right remodeling company.
Welcome back to the Fast Lane. I'm Carey Davis, joined by Andrew Marsh and Anthony Stalter. Jamie Rivers is out today at the lake enjoying some family time. Marshy, it is Freedom Friday. What do you have for us?
All right, we have a question from AB in the Snake Pit. What's the craziest thing that happened on your Super Bowl parade float?
Oh, man, on our float, I don't know. Nothing particularly as it pertained to us. I think Troy hopped off of his, we were in pickup trucks or on top of trucks. Troy hopped off of his and I think went into the crowd or went near the crowd. And Troy was like one of those players, Troy Polamalu was one of those guys. Like when we all went out to the club, Troy was not a guy that went out. But when he did show up, the entire team would go crazy. Like whoever was there, 15, 20 guys, oh, Troy's here. Troy was like, he was just one of those guys. So him jumping off, and I think he went into the fans, might have like dove in with them. You know, people get panicking, law enforcement, people that are there. Yeah. So, you know, I believe he did that, but other than that, nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy. It was cold outside, so, you know, people were fully clothed.
Sorry about
some
that,
places
Carey.
they aren't. So
sorry you're disappointed.
Unfortunately, but no, we had a good time, and it was. I was on the float with Hines Ward and Nate Washington, and we were just riding down the middle of Pittsburgh downtown and enjoying every moment of it because it's a lifetime memory that you just will never forget.
It's awesome.
Got another question from the 636. I feel like we've had this before, but maybe not. All 101 personalities are on a season of Survivor. Who wins? And there's more to this text. CD and Jamie are the challenge beast. Marsh and Brooke would have great social games. BK would be trying to make big moves despite having no allies. Jackson is the first boot.
Jackson's the first boot?
I don't think so.
I don't think Jackson is the first boot. Jackson he gets along with everybody.
Yeah, I think
Who's the first person booted off the island?
Well, either you or Jamie, I feel.
Really?
No, because you would be viewed as threats.
You might be right. Okay.
Yeah.
I can see that.
You want to keep those people on your tribe, though, until the merge.
Okay.
The Purge?
The merge.
Oh.
That's a different documentary.
That's when all the tribes come together and then they form one tribe.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, it's been a while since I watched Survivor.
Yeah, you usually keep the athletes, the athletic ones, around just long enough to become their friends, and then
then you got to get rid of them.
Yeah. Ooh. Says Josh is the first one booted. He's not 101. He even
we'll throw him in there.
Okay.
We'll throw him in.
Josh would probably be the first to lose. Yeah.
He would probably be the first one booted off.
Yeah.
Because Josh asks a lot of questions, and then people get to, he has so many questions. What do you know?
I feel like Josh would also be one of those people that shows up and he'd be already over it. You know,
think?
he'd be like, why are we out here? Why are we out here?
I would probably keep Josh around because he is so inquisitive. He's going to ask the right question.
I don't know in a situation like that. I think he's going to tick off enough people. Yeah. I'm going with Josh. Jackson's not a bad call either.
Rock might be.
Rock.
Yeah. I'm writing Rock's name down. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Because Rock and Josh together, those two, Rock is going to ask a lot of great questions. I'm keeping Rock around. Rock knows some things that, I don't know.
Right.
Well, that's why I'm voting him out.
No, I would have an alliance with Rock.
Lil B-Hole says Tony wins because he's buddies with Survivor legend Gary Hogeboom. Gary Hogeboom was a Central Michigan grad. Former Dallas Cowboys backup. That's right. He was on there.
You know how to survive then.
No doubt.
Get some information.
Yeah, it's a good question. Who would win it?
BK might be the first one kicked off, actually. He possibly. He might be kicked off by the guys on his own show. Alex and Tanner might say,
yeah. And poor BK, too. He would probably just be spitting facts and nobody would want to hear it.
Get out of here.
Right.
He'd be telling you about the Cardinals and some.
Yeah.
We don't like that. Get out of here.
I don't like the sound of it. You're out. I think Marsh wins.
See ya. I think Marsh, because he is
because
likable.
I'm the only one that watches the show?
No, Marsh is incredibly likable.
You are likable.
Yep.
But
that's a threat. That is a damn threat.
That keeps you in the game longer.
It does.
Like you're likable and people they're not going to feel like you're trying to attack them or be conniving or sneaky.
I'm with Carey on this one. Yep.
Who would be the first person to pull off like a blindside to backstab someone in their alliance?
Or someone in their own alliance.
You think it would be BK?
I think it would be BK because he not in a bad way. Or Jamie. No, or me, actually. I don't know.
Jamie's, yeah.
He's very loyal, though.
Jamie's very loyal. I can't see it.
Not to a fault.
Yeah, I can't see that.
He's very loyal.
I can see Tanner
doing it. You know who it is?
Tanner's a great one.
You know who it is?
Who?
Me.
Wow.
I wouldn't backstab anybody.
Not in this room.
No, that's true. I'd backstab somebody else, though. Yeah, that's a good call.
I've actually,
I would, especially, and I wouldn't have to do much.
Oh, Randy
to tick me off.
Randy might as well.
Randy would be really good.
We're forgetting Randy.
Yeah,
we're forgetting Randy.
Yeah, Randy would be a good one too.
Randy is because Randy knows how to play the game.
He does.
He's a nicer, older gentleman, and then gotta go.
Yeah. Randy would be the one
to. It might be Randy.
To get somebody to feel like comfortable and this guy's really on my side. And then, boom, there he is at the end as the credits are rolling. And
he's like,
and Randy's like, there's CD right there.
You're like, who voted Carey out? It's Randy.
Yeah. He'd be making cakes and stuff out of whatever material is available.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Out of the fish.
Get you out of there.
Oh, I've thought about going on that show before.
I want to go on Amazing Race.
That would be that's another great show.
I want to do that one.
Is that? But don't you have to? Well, I guess it's not a spouse necessarily.
No,
it can be
go with your brother, cousin, friend.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who would you go with?
On Amazing Race?
Yeah.
Me and my mother used to actually talk about it a lot. She's had some knee issues, so she probably won't be able to go now. So
carry her. Come on, Carey. It's your mother. She carried you for 8 months.
She did. Yeah. 9, I thought.
9 months.
Okay.
Survivor used to have this thing where they would bring loved ones on the show. Like if you made it to a certain point, they sort of switch things up now, but you could bring like a loved one on the show. I used to watch with my mom and my brother, and she was like, "You're gonna bring me, right? Like if you ever go on the show, you'd bring me, right?" And I'm like, "Huh? Yeah, no, you wouldn't. No, I'm bringing my brother. What?" You gotta compete in a challenge. They gotta help us. I forgot. No offense to my mom.
I forgot. That's right.
Mom, I'm trying to win this damn thing.
So I go back then. Marsh is the one that would backstab.
There you go.
Somebody.
Nice guy.
He would tell him right away.
Smiling.
Like, yeah, of course. Yeah, that's a good call. It is. It's the nice ones.
This entire previous season, the entire time I'm watching, I'm like, what are you doing? Like, these are the things you have to do in order to win. And I'm like, I'm thinking these things. I'm thinking them through, like, before they happen. And then I realize, well, I know everything that's happening. None of these people have any idea that all these other things are happening. Right. So it looks a lot easier than you would think.
I left a name off that I know, that I'm pretty sure, because this person is extremely sweet and kind.
Brooke.
Ultra competitive. Brooke Grimsley. Mm-hmm. She is so competitive. Like, she is freakishly competitive. Like, it's like, she wants to win at everything. She probably would be the one also.
Yeah, we had a bunch of beef going on when you were on the opening drive about the pickleball situation, which we never played.
We were ready.
And Carey jumped ship.
Yeah.
You did.
Yeah.
You did.
So Carey's the answer.
Yeah. Good call on that. All right. I think we covered that. 512, your time check brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler. We still have Beat the Streak and Biggest Question of the Day and Bet the Board. That's all coming up a little bit later. But our last Freedom Friday conversation is next. segment here on a Freedom Friday on 101 ESPN. What do you got, Carey?
Nothing, go ahead.
All right.
We'll get to it.
Marsh, go ahead.
Yeah, we've had some people complaining about...
On a Freedom Friday?
Yeah, complaining about Freedom Friday.
Why?
I don't know.
Oh, what are they saying?
What's the purpose of Freedom Friday?
It's your opportunity as a listener, if you have complained at all about topic selection.
Ever
in life, to text in a topic, and we will talk about it.
Sounds pretty simple to me.
Yeah. So really, no listener should be complaining on Freedom Friday.
Well,
sports and otherwise, you know?
I mean,
anything goes.
And it's Friday.
What do we got?
Are you complaining about?
What do we got?
All right, so the Cardinals
I'm already angry.
were not good last night, but they've been good at times throughout the season. They are above 500. How would you evaluate what we have seen in the Cardinals' first half?
Hold on. What are people complaining about first on a Freedom Friday?
Okay.
I want these people...
Well, give them the complaint first, Marcy.
There's a long one from the 314. You guys have wasted a Friday before the 4th of July. Who is starting tonight in AAA? And then goes into a bunch of stuff about
AAA?
The mountains, ice cold Busch beer, the Appalachian Thunder blanks.
Okay.
Enjoy. You could have put some substance into the afternoon. Google the Redbirds.
Now, before we go any further, this person also commented, racing marbles down the hill. Live commentator, I don't think that's how you spell that. Live commentator, live on ESPN. So
they were participating. They were participating in Freedom Friday.
So maybe we're looking too into this text.
Okay,
yeah, okay, maybe.
Well, Zach Thompson is starting tonight for the Memphis Ravens.
Zachy, how's he performing?
He's 2-2 with a 3.83 ERA.
All right.
On the other side is Dylan Dodd, AAA affiliate for the Braves.
Dodder.
Yep. Dylan Dodd. He's 2-6 with a 4.8.
Dottie.
Yeah.
Good pitcher.
Sure. He has spent some time with the Braves, so there you go. Memphis 40-38 on the year, similar to your Cardinals. There you go.
We did get a text from the 816. Did Graceffo come up?
Yes, he did. He did come up. Gordon Graceffo likely to make his major league debut tonight. They brought him up in case they need a reliever. Andre Palante will start tonight for your Cardinals. And over the last couple of days, you've had to burn through a lot of pitchers. So they decided to send Kyle Leahy down. Gordon Graceffo is up. So Graceffo, while not starting tonight, will, again, likely make his debut at some point as a middle reliever for your Cardinals as they continue their series against the Reds. 60-day IL now for Steven Matz. He went from the 15-day to the 60-day. They needed to free up a spot on the 40-man. And in order to do so, they needed to transfer Steven Matz. But he's also eligible to come off the 60-day IL in like 2 days. So it's retroactive. So it's not like it starts now where you have to have 60 days.
Good for him. Hopefully he's healthy and ready to roll.
From the 314, not even going to mention AA, you jerks.
No, that's funny. Thank you. Well done on a Freedom Friday. Okay, Marsh, go ahead. Now that we got the complaint out of it.
Yeah, so how would you evaluate what we've seen in the first half of the Cards?
Okay, so if you're somebody that is just riding the higher waves for the Cardinals, you're probably not going to be thrilled with what I say because you want me to be positive over the fact that they have played very well of late. They have. They've won 6 of their last 10 games. Last night was not good, but they won the recent series against Atlanta. There's been more positive things to come out over the last week plus. If you go all the way back to even Mother's Day, which some people like to do, this team has played very good. I'm still looking at a team as a whole, Marshy, that is 41-39.
Don't call me that.
And minus 38 run differential. You haven't been good enough in certain areas. Do you want to start off the positives or the negatives?
Let's start off with the negatives.
Okay. Paul Goldschmidt, Nolan Arenado, and now Nolan Gorman, especially in June, have not done enough in the middle of your lineup. If you're wondering why you have a minus 38 run differential, or you have gotten to too many downplay in, the first half of the season here, it's because your offense hasn't been good enough. The middle of the order has not been good enough. Mason Wynn, Alec Burleson, now a red-hot Brendan Donovan, they have carried you. They have saved you in a lot of ways. I know Nolan Gorman had a power surge there a little bit. Power hitters are going to have power surges. There's also going to be times where the lights go out, unfortunately, and that has been the case over the past month or so for Nolan Gorman, the past couple of weeks. But offensively, you haven't been good enough because the guys that are hitting the middle of your order, the guys that should be carrying your offense, have had below average seasons, period. That's been the biggest negative. In fact, I think that's really, outside of that stretch there where you kick the ball around, for 11 straight games, that's been my biggest complaint. It's been the offense, because you can't really complain about the pitching.
So my complaint is, and has been, like it's, I hear, how wonderful we have been playing great since the All-Star. Since Mother's Day, heading into the All-Star break. But you're still second in the wild card right now. Mm-hmm. The Padres, third actually, I think. The Padres jumped you. The Mets have won 15 of their last 19 games. The Padres have won 7 of their last 8. Like, their teams are starting to warm up. Mm-hmm. And if you're not having that power from your guys, you're probably going to be in trouble. Like I said last week, is this sustainable? Is it sustainable to get really good pitching and get timely hitting from your rookie shortstop, second, third year guy, Alec Burleson, but not get it from your veteran players and not have that power from Nolan Gorman? Is that sustainable to continue to win and be in a position because if you don't, I don't think they're going to make it to win the division at this point. If we're basing it off of first half of the season, I don't think they're going to win the division. Are you even going to be capable of winning a wild card spot if all these other teams start to play as well as they're capable of playing? The Padres have a very, very good baseball team. Yeah. Right? The Mets, for whatever reason, came out to start the season and they stunk. And it seems as though they figured they beat the Yankees. They scored 21 runs in 2 games against the Mets. Against the Yankees. They are figuring some things out. So, the Cardinals have to keep winning, but you have to get that help from your 2 guys if you want to have success.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, and like the Mets have. Francisco Lindor has put on.
He was not good.
Put
to
on
start the season.
Show, of late. Pete Alonso has not been incredible, but he has been, solid. Mm-hmm. And then you're getting guys like Francisco Alvarez, their catcher, their young catcher, who was injured, I think, for most of the season. He came back. He's been on an absolute tear for them. So the Mets have come alive here. And yeah, you're right. It's kind of muddled. But the pitching has been much better than I thought. Way better. I think the starting staff, specifically Kyle Gibson, has been more than what you would have expected. Sonny Gray has been as good as advertised, I would say. Lance Lynn has had, he had a rough patch there, but his last start was very good. And they're making do with what they have at the 5th spot without Steven Matz. Yeah. Liberatore had a great start the other night. Andre Palante has had, he's been up and down. But overall, the pitching has been very good. And the bullpen is a playoff caliber bullpen. So
hopefully they can continue.
Yes.
You keep getting to Ryan Helsley. I like our chances. Yeah. If we can get to Ryan Helsley, I feel okay. He's been pitching extremely well. Hopefully he doesn't, get too worn down before this All-Star break gets an opportunity and maybe get some rest. He'll probably be playing in the All-Star game, but get some rest. But if we get to Ryan, I'm okay. I feel okay about it.
Yeah.
Guys, we got a question from the 314. Glad Jamie took off for the Blues draft day. Would love to talk some hockey. Any hockey guest on one of the biggest days in the NHL?
Yeah. You'll hear him next on 101 ESPN.
101 ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update driven by Johnny Londoff Chevrolet and Johnny Londoff Autoplex. The Cards take on the Cincinnati Reds tonight after losing 11-4 last night. Andre Palante on the mound going up against Frankie Montas. First pitch is at 7:15. The Blues have acquired Alexander Texier in a trade with the Columbus Blue Jackets. He signs a 2-year extension. The Blue Jackets receive a 4th-round draft pick in 2025. The NHL draft is tonight in Vegas. The Blues will pick at number 16, and we have a special guest joining us next who is in Vegas right now. We'll get to him. He's our Blues insider. That's coming your way next right here in the Fast Lane. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center update is driven by Johnny Londoff Chevrolet and Johnny Londoff Autoplex. See them at londoff.com. Chevy, together we drive. Are you kidding me?
It's the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. As Andrew Marsh just reminded you, the NHL draft is tonight. And joining us via the 101 ESPN Celebrity Line is the one and only Jeremy Rutherford, our Blues insider with The Athletic, who is live in Vegas at the Sphere. What's up, JR?
Not too much, boys. Yeah, at the Sphere here. But just made my way into the building. Haven't been able to pop my head out into the main area to see what it looks like. But what a phenomenal setup here for the NHL.
Yeah, no doubt. It's an exciting night, certainly an exciting night for a lot of young men who are going to be drafted tonight. But we do want to start off with the trade that you had tweeted out. What do we need to know about the latest Blue?
Yeah, Doug Armstrong finds a forward in Columbus, Alexandre Texier, and he is a center but also can play the wing, 24 years old. He was a draft pick of the Blue Jackets way back in 2017, and I called my colleague in Columbus, Aaron Portzline, who covers the Blue Jackets for the Athletic, and he said that he thinks this player has a lot of potential. He thinks that he was kind of a physical player before he went back to Europe for a year, came back, and he put up, I think, 12 goals in 78 games last year. The Blues have signed him after the trade. They signed him to a 2-year deal. It's got a 2.1 AAV, so it's fairly cheap. And I don't know that this guy is going to come and be a top 6 mainstay, but I think it's a player who can come in and fit what the Blues are looking for right now, and that's a young player with potential who doesn't cost them a lot.
JR, I don't know if we talked to you since the hiring of Claude Julien. What did you make of that hiring for the Blues?
I really liked it, and I had a chance to talk to Coach Julien yesterday, and he was excited about this opportunity. I know he was interested in a few coaching jobs, I think, including the Ottawa Senators this year. He didn't get the job. And, Drew Bannister, as I wrote in the article, didn't know Claude Julien, but a lot of people in the Blues organization did. You have Peter Chiarelli, who was with him in Boston. You have Doug Armstrong, who's worked with him with Team Canada. And then also you have Ken Hitchcock, who's an advisor. And so I think there was a lot of support within the organization for bringing him on. But let's be clear about one thing here, Carey. This was Drew Bannister's call. He was the one who said, I feel comfortable bringing in Claude Julien, and people look at it as a potential replacement for Bannister if things do go south, and he doesn't see it that way whatsoever. He said, I want to make this team better. And when I asked Claude Julien, what does this say about Drew Bannister, he said, it really says a lot. For a young coach to bring in a veteran like myself, he goes, first of all, I was upfront and clear. I do not want to be in a position where it looks like I'm looking over your shoulder. I just want to be here to help. So I think the Blues got a great hockey mind, and he's going to be a big benefit to his coaching staff.
Jeremy Rutherford, our Blues insider with The Athletic, joining us right now in the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. All right, JR, a lot of attention now for the Blues here in the first round. Well, let's start off with this. What do you think the approach is? Because every GM, every president, like Doug Armstrong, they sit here looking at certainly their cap space, down the road, their roster, their contracts down the road. So what do you think the approach is for Doug Armstrong tonight as we near the first round of the NHL draft?
Yeah, they have the 16th overall pick, and it's going to be best player available. That's what they've shown over the years, and that's the right way to look at the draft, as Doug has said numerous times, even in the last few weeks, guys. Even if you're, hurting on defense, you take the best player available, and it becomes an asset for you that you could trade down the line, which the Blues have done sometimes in the past. The way this draft sets up, there's some good defensemen at the top of the draft, but I'd say after about the top 10, you go to a second tier of defensemen, and at that point you might have a forward who is the better player available at that point. So, I don't think it's certain that we're going to see the Blues take a defenseman, although there are a couple that should be there when they pick at 16. And don't forget, always the possibility of trading up. We saw a couple trades already where San Jose traded up from 14 to 11. The Blues at 16, they have 2 second-round draft picks that maybe they could use to move up a couple spots if there's a player that they like. But Doug did say the other day that he thinks this is a selection-type draft, which means he thinks that they're going to pick where they're slotted. So we'll see. But nine picks in all, and it continues tomorrow with rounds 2 through 7.
JR, when Grant Francis started coming in here saying the Blues made a trade, I initially thought, Pavel Buchnevich, is he gone? What's happening? What is up with Pavel? Are they looking to re-sign him? Are they going to trade him? What is the next move for him for this season, for this upcoming season?
Yeah, Carey. Yeah, I think when I tweeted Blues trade earlier, probably people go nuts. Which one is this? But it was a minor deal today. But with Buchnevich, I have been working on that, situation and did write some today at The Athletic, what I know about it. And it's that the two sides are talking. And Doug Armstrong, Alex Steen met with the representative, Todd Diamond, in Buffalo at the Combine earlier this month. They're continuing to have dialogue. He's not officially eligible to sign that extension until Monday when free agency opens up. So Doug Armstrong said that they haven't really talked economics. Technically, can't talk economics until Monday, but I'm sure they've got an idea of what they want to try to do here. And the key, as we've been saying, comes down to the term. Is it going to be 4 or 5 years, or does Pavel Buchnevich want 7, 8 years? And what does that look like? And now with the wrinkle of Alexander Steen taking over for Doug Armstrong, you kind of have two voices who are going to be in on that decision. So as of this moment, the two sides are talking, and the Blues would like to bring him back if it makes sense.
Jared, bounce back to the draft here. What besides the Blues and besides just what you're covering there in Vegas for St. Louis specifically, what other big storylines will there be tonight, specifically with this first round, that you find interesting?
Yeah, just number one overall is going to go to San Jose, and Mike Greer, the GM there, former St. Louis Blue, has been doing a phenomenal job grabbing assets and trying to find a good young foundation there to build on. He's doing it the right way, and he's going to get a phenomenal player with the number one overall pick tonight, Macklin Celebrini, and then we'll kind of see where it goes from there. But I think you could see a little bit of run on defense, and I think that's going to play into what the Blues do at 16 and whether they decide to trade up or not. There's some defensemen with top 4 potential in this draft. And, you look at a player for the Blues, Matthew Kessel, he was a later round pick, but he looked really good last year. I think you guys agree with that. And the Blues don't have a lot of those types of players on the blue line in their system. So if they could fall to them and have a situation where they could get one of those good young defensemen, I think it'd be a good draft for them.
All right, Jared, we'll let you go. Thanks for popping in with us and talking a little NHL draft.
Yep, sounds good. Talk to you there.
See you. That's Jeremy Rutherford, at JP Rutherford on Twitter, if you want to give him a follow there. It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. We do have Beat the Streak coming up, and we also need a new Fade or Follow contestant. So if you want to text in to the Air Comfort Service text line, 314-399-9646, the word Fade or Follow, you can perhaps participate in Fade or Follow. We'll have that coming up in a little bit. But Marsh is going to get Pete on the line so we can play Beat the Streak. Did I hear that your streak is over?
Yeah.
What did it end at?
It ended at 13.
Wow.
The first game of the doubleheader. Something in me, I couldn't. Man, it is.
That's great, though.
No.
I mean, it's not great that it ended, but 13.
You guys tied. That was the all-time record.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
No.
Feel good about that.
I bet.
And you should, too, Carey.
No, I don't.
Fire it there, Marsh.
I don't feel good at all.
I want to hit baseballs.
All of my successes depend on me.
You're ready to hit.
The hits just keep on coming. And his first big league hit is a bullet up the middle.
All right, we do have Pete on the line right now. What's up, Pete?
Not much. How's it going, Anthony?
It's going very well. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for playing Beat the Streak. Marsh, what's the latest here?
All right, Anthony, even though you haven't been here the entire week, you had the longest streak.
All right.
A streak of 3.
Nice.
Jamie has a streak of 1. Carey and I did not get base hits last night, and Tim did not get a base hit with Paul Goldschmidt. That is why Pete is in Beat the Streak today.
Okay. This is tough now. A lot of pressure.
Oh, leading off is hard, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't you give me Ella Dela Cruz, please? Ella Dela Cruz. Thank you. So Jamie, who texted in some picks, right? Marsh, who does he have?
He's taking Paul Goldschmidt today.
Okay, all right. And then I don't know if it's CD or Marsh. I'm assuming it's CD.
Yep, Carey, you go.
Give me Jonathan India.
Boy, he's red hot.
Yeah, I'm on him.
Holy
I'll take
smokes.
him. Yep.
Holy smokes.
Give me Brendan Donovan.
Donnie. Pete, you're up.
All right. We're going to go with Gorman.
Nolan Gorman is the selection.
That's risky, Pete. We hope to see you on Monday.
Oh, you will.
Nice.
You will. And we'll have a Cardinals victory on top of it.
There you go. Heck yeah.
Talk the
All right.
enthusiasm.
Hey, Pete, have a great weekend, man.
Thanks, guys. You too.
Thank you. Thanks for playing. Beat the streak. Okay. We have Fade or Follow coming up next. We also have Bet the Board, 3 stars of the day here on 101 ESPN. Hey, when it comes to Happy Roof, they don't just install new roofs. They don't just have somebody come look at your issue if you do have an issue within 24 hours. And, of course, again, they do that stuff. But when it comes to Happy Roof, they do a lot more. If you had roof damage and your insurance company already paid you, but you just need a roofer that's going to give you an estimate, great. Call the Happy Roof Company at 314-665-3001. They have free estimates with competitive pricing, cost-effective solutions on flat roofing and metal roofs. If you had, maybe some insurance paperwork for a damaged roof, but you need help with it, no problem. Happy Roof can help with that as well. Did your insurance claim get denied, but you're seeing all your other, neighbors getting new roofs put on? No problem. Call the Happy Roof. They work well with insurance companies. If you have a leaky roof, an old roof, a damaged roof, an ugly roof, Happy Roof Company, they should be your first call. And if you call today, like I said before, they will have someone look at your issue within 24 hours. They do residential and commercial roofing. They have superior high-end products, 10-year labor warranty on all shingle roofs, and over 50 years combined experience in roofing, siding, and gutters. Happy Roof Company, they're fantastic. Again, give them a call, 314-665-3001, thehappyroof.com.
It's time for FanDuel Fade or Follow on the Fast Lane.
Brought to you by FanDuel Sportsbook. Make every moment more.
Everyone follow us.
I'll fade.
Money, 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 money.
All right, time to play Fade or Follow here in the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN with Andrew Marsh and Carey Davis. I'm Anthony Stalter, and we welcome in Ethan. What's up, Ethan?
Hey, how you guys doing? I'm a big fan of the show.
Oh, well, we appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you for listening. Thanks for playing Fade or Follow. So this is how this is going to work, Ethan. We're going to give you a play that we like. You can decide to roll with it, which means you follow us. And if that play wins, you come back next week. If you fade us, which means you're going to take the opposite. If you win, again, you come back next Friday, $50 richer with FanDuel's money. Sound good?
That was awesome.
All right, so we were discussing this. Cardinals have actually been on a roll of late. They did not look good last night, obviously. That was a bit of a tough one, but we like them to rebound tonight against the Cincinnati Reds. Frankie Montas has been okay for the Reds, but actually last time I saw Frankie Montas pitch at Busch Stadium, he was terrible.
It was the longest game ever.
Bob, who's a member of the Yankees. So we like the Cardinals tonight. I think they're minus 126. There you go. So if you like to follow us, that means you're going to back the Cardinals tonight. If you fade us, you're going to be taking the Reds. Would you like to fade us or follow us?
I'm going to follow. I could be making this up, but I think in Cincinnati they kind of hammered Montas when they faced them last. So I like them tonight. I think
there you go. All right. We always like when people follow us, although it's your choice. So again, Cardinals win tonight. You get $50 in FanDuel money, and you come back next Friday. Sound good?
Sounds awesome.
All right. Thank you for playing. Thank you for listening. Have a great weekend. All right. Thanks. Thanks, Ethan. There you go. There's Fade or Follow. Now it's time for Bet the Board.
Ooh.
We got some.
This is interesting.
For you all.
Okay, well, Carey, I mean, you're part of it.
I'm a sore loser, Anthony.
I mean,
have you met me?
I have. You are.
Right, I am.
Yeah.
Like to win.
I know.
So this is how this is going to go. Jamie is 11-8. He is currently leading. Anthony, you are 9-9, and much like last month with myself, you have an extra pick because one of your picks earlier this week was rained out. So you have an extra pick tonight.
Nice.
You're 9-9. So if Jamie loses and you win both, you will tie, and we'll have a tiebreaker come Monday. If Jamie wins, it's over.
Okay. So I need Jamie to lose.
You need Jamie to lose, and you need to win both.
Okay. All right, no big deal. I got this, guys.
Jamie has his pick. Carey and I, we're irrelevant in this situation. I'm 9-10. I'm out.
You're not irrelevant as human beings. We love you guys.
Well, I didn't say that. Carey's 7-10-1. So he's out, but we're still going to pick.
Yeah, we will.
But we'll have you go, and then we'll pick, and then we'll have you pick your second pick.
Got it. Okay.
So Jamie sent us his pick from earlier today, and it looks like he is going to go with the under Andre Pallante strikeouts of 3.5. Under 3.5 strikeouts for Andre Pallante.
Okay, so I've got to root hard for Andre Pallante. I actually think I went under with Pallante one time, and he went over.
Yeah,
he owes me big time.
Needs to go over again for you?
Yes, he does. All right, so this is my first pick.
Yep.
Yes.
I'm going to take, and Carey, you know why. I'm going to take the Blue Jays tonight, minus 104 against the Yankees, because the Yankees have been Kiefer struggling.
They are kind of stinking.
They kind of stink. Yeah. They kind of give up a lot of runs.
Yeah.
So that will be my first selection.
It's on you, Marsh.
I'll let you go,
last.
Carey. No, you can go.
Thank you. Very kind of you. Give me the New York Mets, minus 112 versus the Houston Astros.
Okay.
Well, gentlemen, I am going to go back to the WNBA.
There you are.
Going back to the W. And I'm looking at Connecticut against Atlanta tonight. Minus 9.5. Connecticut over Atlanta. Minus 9.5 at minus 115.
So you have the, Sun?
I'm taking the Sun. Minus 9.5.
Okay. I'm going to go right back to that for my second play. I'm going to make it easy. I'm going to go right back to the Blue Jays and Yankees. I have the Blue Jays tonight. I also think it's going to be a slugfest. As we mentioned, the Yankees hemorrhaging runs of late. So give me the over 8.5.
So you need the Blue Jays to win.
And the over.
10 to
So this is a parlay. This is a same-game parlay.
It's a same-game parlay, which you can find, of course, at FanDuel Sportsbook.
Yes.
Hashtag fast.
Yeah.
Or
promo code fast.
Promo code fast. Yeah.
Yes.
It could be
you can hashtag
too.
fast.
Yeah,
hashtag fast lane. You can type that in on Twitter if you want to see where we can get our podcast. If you missed anything.
In fact, on a Freedom Friday, you can download the podcast at 101ESPN.com, like Marsh just said, or on the 101 ESPN mobile app. It's all brought to you by Dobbs Tire and Auto Centers. Marsh, that was professional. That was professional AF, as the kids would like to say.
Yeah. As fast lane.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that what it means?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, actually.
It does.
It does.
Yeah.
You guys ready for some criticisms and compliments?
Absolutely.
Sure. All right. From the 314. FYI, Marshy, our boy Jose from the opening day crew just got married recently.
Oh, congratulations, Jose. Now, Jose wasn't there that day, right?
He was not.
He left us high and
At least we didn't see him.
Okay.
He may have been there later in the day, but
yeah. Congratulations, Jose. We missed you this past time at opening day.
Got a text from the 636. It's actually from Bishin About Sports, who is in the snake pit.
All right.
I'm never off to hear a Freedom Friday, and it feels damn good to be here.
Excellent. Heck yeah.
It does.
Good for you.
Good place to be.
I feel like Jamie is usually off on a Freedom Friday.
Really?
Yeah.
This is the second. Yeah.
This is at least.
I missed one.
You missed one?
I missed one. What month are we in? June?
I don't think I've ever missed. I don't think
When
Marsh.
did we start?
Marsh missed one.
I missed one. Yeah,
We missed
Grant
the same
filled
one.
in.
We missed the same one.
We did.
Yeah.
So it was Jamie and I and Grant.
Yep.
That's right. Oh, that was the day poor Grant had a migraine.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yep. But nobody's safe in the fast lane.
Yeah.
We said, hey, you deal with that migraine on your own time. I get migraines, so they're nasty.
Not great.
I fell for Grant. We actually told him to go home, but he's such a warrior. He just stuck with it.
Are you going to run the board?
No.
I
figured maybe we'd all take off. No. He was a warrior.
Got a text from 314. Fun Freedom Friday.
Thank you. Yeah, it was fun. I felt like we got kind of a wide range of topics today.
A little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything
Talk some
today.
documentaries.
We did.
Talk some sports.
Which is not unlike us here in the Fast Lane. We certainly love our documentaries.
We definitely do.
Yeah.
I got a text from the 618. Anthony's bird story reminds me of a meme I read the other day. It read, "What did you guys do before the internet? Just believe everything everyone told you?"
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely we did. And we carried crazy Uncle Anthony's misinformation for the next 20 years of our lives.
Absolutely.
There you go. Yeah.
I mean, think about that. I was 8 years old. I think I was 8 years old. And this poor, sweet girl was also 8. Look how life comes full circle.
And then you took the bird outside to the woods for the circle of life.
Absolutely. Yep. Probably wound up in a coyote's mouth that night.
Circle of life.
Exactly.
Think about what you did. That coyote didn't have to do anything.
No, he didn't.
You basically served that bird on a silver platter.
It was actually a silver snow shovel. But yeah.
Got a text from Fink's dad. Compliment. Thank you guys for Freedom Friday. We know freedom isn't free. It cost a heavy fast lane fee. R.I.P. Blue Heron. Legends never die.
Well done. That was perfect. Holy smokes.
Last one here before we get to our 3 stars of the day from the 314. This one, it's from Justin. Great show again. Guys killed it again.
Thank you, Justin.
Thank you.
We appreciate you.
All right.
Thanks to everybody listening.
Our 3 stars
a lot of fun.
The day. Our 3rd star.
Gator. That turtle was sick, Anthony. Dad. Thanks, Gator.
3rd star of the day goes to a class that no one apparently seemed to enjoy, and that is astronomy.
Yes.
Yeah. I won't even clap it up for that one.
Yeah. That was rough.
Class.
Yeah, I'm not going to clap
Get
either.
me out of here. Quickly.
Dude, that was like a month, and I'm like, I'm done. I'm never going to pass this.
2nd star of the day goes to the guy that helped Donnie, our Gauntlet contestant, on the side of the road.
Oh, yeah. Made sure he was okay.
Donnie got a second win in hockey.
That was a tough one today.
You did well, though.
Thank you.
He just did better.
He just did way better. Yep.
R.I.P. to our first star, the sick blue heron that dive bombed into Anthony's neighborhood.
I showed you guys the picture, too.
You did.
That was a big-ass bird.
It was.
Yeah.
Yep.
Unbelievable. All right. Hey, thank you, everybody, for texting in. It was a great Freedom Friday. We will be back on Monday, so Jamie will break down the Blues for us. And, of course, about 93% of the conversation will be on your Cardinals. So for those that were ticked off today, listening to anything but your Cardinals, just wait 2 days. You impatient, you know. You know what? Have a great weekend, everybody. For Andrew Marsh, for Carey Davis, for Jamie Rivers, I'm Anthony Stalter. Thank you for listening. See ya.